Sean Capri, and welcome to We the GamerCast. It publishes right here at youtube.com/Carpool Gaming and podcast services around planet Earth in the solar system in the local cluster of wherever in the universe we are, coming straight to your eardrums every single Monday. Thank you so much for being here and telling every single person that you know that you enjoy We the GamerCast. And thanks for also letting the guests know that you enjoy their time on We the GamerCast. Thank you so much for being here. I have my coffee. I got my tires changed for the winter weather. Everything is in order. That's all we need to worry about today, right? Just whatever's happening right now. That's it. And right now, we're going to have some sweet hangs with a stranger from the internet. Because guess what? If you're new, here's the deal. Every week I have sweet hangs with a stranger from the internet. And if you want to be on the show, that's it. No more. 2022. We're all booked up. It's this episode, Mitch, and then next week I got a special guest coming up. I never want to jinx it. It's lined up. I'm sure everything will be fine, but I don't want to ever put anybody on blast in case things don't work. So, but that's it. I don't know what I'm doing I feel like I'm still missing a week in here. I'm looking over my calendar. It's like, okay, so the 8th, I don't know, man. It's too much math. I think we're set for 2022. The final guest is all set up and ready to go. We've got a whole bunch of content coming for you on Carpool Gaming, and I'm glad we're here. We're in December. We made it, 2022. I don't know. Have we started the Game Awards were a couple of days ago as we record this. Have we started looking back on the year? Maybe that's something I talk to next week. I think is going to be it potentially could be a very long conversation. I think if, you know who you are. I think we're going to be sitting down for a good chin wag, as they say. Although this episode here with Mitch Power, not the short one either. So it's been good. It's been good. It's been a great journey in 2022 for We the GamerCast. And I really just kind of, I don't know. I should go back and listen to or look at the guests and maybe kind of see where my mind was at with it. But I do know that I've been ever fluent and ever changing and ever kind of just figuring things out. This week we celebrate 7 years of We the GamerCast. It started on December 14th, 2015 with the Seamus Mullins. I don't encourage you to go back and listen to that episode. The intro has changed, but it's still the same. But that's before Patreon days. That's before I met Bobby, man. That goes back quite some time. So I'm kind of in that, it's a perfect time to look back because every December we're going to celebrate this anniversary. It's the end of a calendar year. We look forward to the freshness that a new year brings. Some of us believe in that. Some of us are kind of like, whatever, January, whatever. I look forward to it. And this will be my last week, working for a little bit. And I've got a nice time off, little vacation booked off. So gonna play some games, gonna read some books, gonna hopefully do a bunch of the things that I say I'm going to do throughout the rest of the year and never really get around to. I'm currently in my cramming session for our Game of the Year conversation that's going to happen right here at youtube.com/Carpool Gaming and on all the feeds. It's going to go on I think so. Anyway, Ryan knows more about that stuff than I do. This is why I get smarter people in charge of this kind of stuff than me. Goodness gracious. Nintendo Drive, Xbox Drive, the PlayStation Drive. I think we're going to have this stuff all over there. Looking forward to having that conversation. I'm playing Elden Ring. A bunch of you guys have been hanging out with me in the streams, both on YouTube, but also in the Discord. Another reason for you guys to get on the Discord. And I think I've got some ideas of exactly what we want to do with that in the new year. And also a quick tweet tease that we're going to be doing something big in January. Just look out. That's all I'm going to say for now. Patrons, you guys got a closer sense of what's going on there because we just recorded, by the way, all the patrons at the exclusive tier and everyone. Actually, it's all free this month. All of our normally exclusive content you can get at patreon.com/Carpool Gaming, like our latest episode of the Yumi Capri podcast where I sat down with Ryan and Court Lalonde. Ryan Turford, he doesn't share the same last name as Court, but I think you already knew that. And we did tease a little bit about what's going on next year. And so stay tuned for that. And speaking to our patrons, I want to say thank you once again to all of our Amazing patrons. That's a call from the past, my friends. Amazing patrons over at patreon.com/Carpool Gaming with a special thank you to our ultimate producers, Robby Bobby Miller at twitch.tv/Robby Bobby Miller, Trucker Sloth, Tony Baker at youtube.com/Quest4Pixels, Dallas Ford, the co-host of the Blame Game, support him on YouTube. Johnathan Brown, The new EP from PME is called Gems. It's available on Spotify and Apple Music and wherever you get your music. Sam the Record Man, HMV. Let's go. JB, let's get you in a Sam the Record Man. Was that a Canadian? I don't know. I never know what's weird in Canadian or just like the way things are. Lee Navarro, the fearless leader of the Phoenix Overdrive Extra Life team. Links are in the show notes. Win yourself a PS5. Go to phoenixoverdrive.com and make your last contributions for the year. You can win yourself a PS5. Just make sure that you clear the room. Make sure that you take the door off the hinges so that you can, it's like moving in a couch, these things. It's enormous. Platinum producers Marcus McCracken and RJ Kern, and our gold members Anna, Cecily Carrozza, Dallas Robbins, Drellish, Emily O'Kelly, Foolish Fuji, Jonas Young, Jose Jimenez, Marcus O'Neill, and Skinny Matt. And thank you to Jonas Young for joining in, coming in brand new. Welcome on in, right at the gold member tier. You are amazing. Thank you so much. We can't do this without you. That goes away. It all comes down. I'm telling you guys this right now. I mentioned the exclusive show. It's all free. Stay tuned for, what else are we doing? We got that Nintendo Drive post show. That's weekly now. Sweet Hangs, we're going to be doing maybe more of like a holiday theme, and also probably the most anticipated, the final episode of 2022, the console war room that we do with Mr. Badbit also appears on their Patreon as well. So that's pretty neat. We have a thrilling conclusion to our fantasy critic, and so also stay tuned for news to that on fantasy. We may be doing a little something. I think I put that in the Discord. This is not news, but we are meeting with a couple of key people, getting our things and our thoughts and our plans organized for Fantasy Critic 2023. Yes, Carpool Gaming Community, it's going to happen. So stay tuned for that pretty soon. But man, I'm saying like stay tuned. It's like we got a lot of shit to do. We got a lot of work to get done. My goodness gracious. December 17th, the last thing I want to tell you about, December 17th, the Backtrackers. We played, and some of us are still playing, the Return to Monkey Island. Join us on December 17th at 9 a.m. Mountain, 11 a.m. Eastern time, because we're going to be talking all about Return to Monkey Island, the point and click return to classic gaming. I played it on Game Pass. A lot of people played it on Game Pass. It's all there for you. You have time. It's a short game. You can totally do it. The Backtrackers is a video game book club ran by the community, and it's amazing. You guys have to be there. You should be there. Join us even if you didn't play the game. Everybody is welcome. It's a very cool thing. This one is special for me because I got to pick the game, and I'm just telling you right now, I really enjoyed it. I'm going to be talking more about that on the Backtrackers with a whole bunch of friends in there, and it's going to be great. Okay. I'm also going to play Catan later on today. We got Catan Junior. You can play that with the kids. Like we're getting into the holiday spirit in that weird way where you just play board games. I guess is like you do the things to feel the spirit of, for us it's Christmas. So I've got my coffee with the Christmas lights on, or the holiday lights, I suppose. And that's it, man. I'm looking forward to it. And you should be looking forward to this conversation with Mitch Power, my good friend. He's been on the show countless times. There's no way to count it, except maybe if you just hit Control F on the podcast feed and see how many times he's shown up. Mitch has shown up on a couple times, like I said, but the conversations kind of go. We've had some really deep conversations about like kind of just his past, I guess, and his history and things like that. Today we're going to talk about content creation because I am inspired by Mitch to an immeasurable degree. Because he's a solo content creator, solo streamer over at twitch.tv/MitchPower1116. And he's doing all the things, man. He just keeps pushing it. And I see a lot of my own ambition in him, but except for he actually does the thing. And it's very impressive. He's very entertaining. I just want to let you know, this is an uncensored podcast. I don't ever go back and cut anything. There's F-bombs. So just be wary of that. I guess there's an explicit tag I could probably put on there, but I just want to give you the heads up here. This is adults. This is for, I guess they would say mature audiences, but I don't know if I could say anything I do is really for a mature audience, but you know what I'm saying. So fair warning. I just wanted to give you a quick heads up just in case there's kids in the car, or if that's something that kind of doesn't jive with you, all cool, no judgment. But if you stick around, very cool conversation. Mitch is super entertaining, very fast. His mind just works a million miles an hour, and I really appreciate him. My good friend, Mitch Power. Let's go, Mitch Power. Here it is. I did that weird. So here's the intro. Okay, bye. Oh, enjoy the Christmas music. I'll see you on the other side. even know how I found you. Where did you come from?
Facebook.
This is where we're start. You found it starts now. Who are you?
I was homeless on a Canadian street, and you found me, and you were like, "This man looks like he's good at content creation." No, I found you on the Kind of Funny Facebook group.
Oh wow! Remember those days?
Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, back when like Kind of Funny was like new and stuff.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I found you there because I remember I was talking about starting a podcast, and you were like, if you just want to be a guest on mine, you can.
Yeah.
Because you were like, this guy looks like he doesn't have terrible stories. So yeah, let's get him on the show.
That's
right,
that's what happened. Dude, thanks for reminding. That's awesome though. Like it's amazing because a lot of amazing people came out of there. You'd think I'd still want to hang around the Kind of Funny Facebook group, but like there's so many people. If I really like think back to it, I've often talked about like the origins of so many things, and I'm like married to the games and the Nintendo dads and all these other things, and yeah, I guess Kind of Funny probably has a little something to do with it.
Yeah, Kind of Funny was definitely the.
That's where Seamus Mullins came in.
Is it?
Yeah, who was the first episode?
That's crazy.
Probably a year, 7 years ago, probably like to the day. I was probably chatting with him. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember just being on there, and I was like, it looks like any idiot can do a podcast. I should try one.
Pretty much.
And
then,
Then you were just like, hey.
I am literally proving
I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot doing a podcast. Do you want to be on mine? I'm like, yeah, sure. Why not?
Exactly.
No, it's crazy though. But like, I obviously don't keep up with the Kind of Funny Facebook group. I'm not going to say I don't pay attention to Kind of Funny stuff anymore, but I definitely feel like I was like way more into it earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not saying it's like gotten worse at all, because like I still watch their like giant streams that they do. When they showed the spare bedroom studio, I was like drooling everywhere, looking at like, holy shit, look at all this. Like when Tim had that video floor and he like did the video, he did the camera up when he had the video floor, I was like, that's just like so cool. And I'm such a nerd when it comes to tech, and I'm just looking at all of that going like, oh, that's so amazing. And it's so awesome because they started out with an IKEA desk in a spare bedroom.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. Yeah. I'm happy. Like, I'm very happy for them. And, I still, like I said, I still check out their content. I'm more bummed that like more people I know locally didn't pay attention to Kind of Funny. Now one of my buddies is like, oh yeah, Blessing's super cool. I'm like, I had Blessing on my podcast before he was on Kind of Funny, right? He's like, oh my God, that's crazy. I'm like, yeah, Blessing was just another one of us.
Yeah.
He's just another dude that was just like, I'll go on like every podcast. That's fine.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, and there was something special about OK Beast just from the very beginning,
Mm-hmm.
Man, that I'm like trying to piece that all together too. Like the Blessing and Ian and Alex and Brendan and I feel like, was that it? Like where they eventually came together, but even like Pixel Pulse Radio, Alex and his dad, stepdad, I guess, doing that whole thing. Now Alex is just filmed a
Game
documentary for Game Informer, then there's us.
And then there's us. Yeah, definitely not as successful, not as high profile. But no, like obviously there's different situations for us, families, that type of stuff. But also, if I didn't have kids, I'd be so successful in content creation. It's so crazy. No, I'm not gonna say
obviously. That. Well, I think it's interesting. Like, you could probably look at some of the stuff you did back in those early days and do a very similar before and after kind of look. It's not quite like you got a brand new crazy studio, but like your setup now is, even compared to a year ago, and you look back at your markers. Like you've been on my mind and you're my reference point often when I'm talking to people about like people really pushing and discovering new things and just being completely unsatisfied with the current state. I'm like, you're doing it on your own. And I'm like, I need more people. And I keep going back to Mitch Power. It's like, dude, from the beginning, you and I think are similar on this. Like, we just want to keep doing something, but I don't know. I feel like you've shifted into another gear this last like 10 months or so.
I just want to make my friends laugh, and that's literally all I care about. Like, I mean, I just enjoy coming up with dumb ways to make people laugh. If I make my friends laugh, that's literally like, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the games that we've been playing, the banter we've had, all those things have already been happening for 15 years, like 20 years. Like I've already been doing all these dumb things, have these types of conversations with my friends already. And now it was just a matter of putting them on the internet.
Yeah.
And the streaming side of things, I was doing the podcast, and it wasn't like I was not enjoying the podcast, but then I started putting that like, and I'm sure you have the same thing, that like pressure of, I need to get a show out. I need to get this out. I have to have a show this week. I have to have, and I mean, when at least your show, you can have guests repeat and it's fine.
Yeah.
My show, when I was doing it, was like a one and done for the most part. And it kind of, I'm not saying it became harder, but it became like, okay, cool. When can you do a podcast? Well, I live in London. I could do it at 3 a.m. your time.
I know.
And I'm like, okay, cool.
No, you don't say okay to that, man.
I'm like, okay, cool. But the thing is, again, like you start, I'm like, I remember when I first started, I had 6 in the bag.
Yeah.
And I was like,
good.
It'll be fine. And those 6 flew. And I'm like, wait a minute. I don't have a backup for this one. So yeah. And I mean, I'm not going to say I ran out of people, but at the same time, it was just getting harder and harder to get people to commit to doing a show, especially with a random stranger they don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if I was your boy forever and you wanted to do a show, you'd be like, sure, anytime, whatever. But like, I'm just some random dude that you don't know that I've DM'd you and be like, yo, do you want to be on here? I heard you might like to do a podcast. So that's why when I went to streaming instead, it's weird because like, obviously when I was when I was doing podcasts, I was listening to podcasts constantly, right? All the time. And then I don't know where it kind of shifted, because that's where Kind of Funny came in. Like I was listening to Kind of Funny, I was listening to IGN's podcast, I was listening to Joe Rogan, I was listening to MMA podcasts. That's all I did.
Yeah.
And I really don't know where I started like watching a stream. I don't know really what first stream made me want to watch, but I remember finding Doc and I was just like, this guy's insane.
Yeah.
And this is like the funniest thing in the world. And this guy's doing it in his living room, or not his living room, in his bedroom. And I mean, he's doing all this cool shit and I'm like, I'm not saying, oh, if he can do it, I can do it. But I was like, it's doable. Like totally. I can do all this production stuff.
Well said. Yeah. Like that it can be done. And like, especially with Doc, like it is amazing because it looks like he's doing it in obviously just using the green screen and effects, right. Just kind of taking this movie magic approach to something that is available to all of us if we just kind of figure it out. And now everything's on YouTube. Like there's almost like no excuse not to do it. Like whenever I'm like, I don't know what to do, I'm like, I actually get upset with myself first because the answers are there. Like I just got to go YouTube it or go Google it or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's like with me, when I started, like, obviously I was like, how do I start streaming? Well, I already had a good mic because I was doing podcasts, but I was like, I have a webcam for video chatting family on Christmas. That's all I was using it for. I wasn't using it for anything else. So I'm just like, how do I even start streaming? And yeah, YouTube obviously is your best friend.
Yeah.
But then like OBS, it's free. Like, oh, I don't even have to pay for this software. Oh, I don't have to pay for a Chrome, like to learn like extra software to do green screen stuff. Like,
right.
It's all part of OBS.
Right.
So then like slowly just trying to build and get stuff and get items. And eventually I got to a point where I didn't necessarily, I actually just recently, up until like this new thing just showed up, I actually kind of got to the point where I was like, I think I have everything I need. Like, I don't think I need anything else. But when you also get to that point of like learning what's possible, then you also have to start thinking like, how now you know everything that this software can do and how to manipulate things. Like, how can I make this creative and fun?
Yeah.
And that's where, I have, there's also, again, YouTube. I didn't just magically learn these softwares and things. Like, YouTube is the greatest tool ever. But there's a couple people I follow on YouTube that are doing way next level stuff.
Yeah.
Like, even more next level than Doc. Like, Doc obviously has a team behind him. And that's the biggest thing I'm like so jealous of, is the fact that like he could tell a graphic designer, I need you to build me a scene that's this, and this. And he has a dude that can do that.
Yeah.
I have dudes, quote unquote, on Fiverr.
Yeah.
that I could be like, hey, dude, you did this scene. Can I have you do this for me too?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, sure. But like, I've like, that's the one thing, like I keep looking at what I can improve. And like, that's the one thing I'm jealous of. I'm like, I wish I had a dude I can go to and like, I need you to make me this scene. I want you to customize it like this. And that's it.
Do you have those ideas like ready to go? Like if you had someone like you got them like kind of.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I have. And that's the hard part too, is like, I go to Fiverr and I'm like, I look up things and there's like 3D studio designs that people can do. And I'm like, that's cool. And they're like, cool. That's $1,000.
Yeah. Is it really?
I'm like, I'm not Channel 5 News, my guy. I'm
Channel 5 News.
I'm a dude who's just trying to do this for fun. But no, I just try to do, like I said, I just, the biggest thing with streaming though was like the fact that I don't need a person to do it.
Yeah.
I can do it by myself. Yes, it's more entertaining with friends, right? But the fact that I can like play games and I don't need anybody there and I can do it whenever I want and I can choose not to do it and when to do it. And I don't have like a set, I know most people will say, try to have a set schedule. For the most part, I do.
Yeah, you do.
But for the most part, like weekends are like my thing.
Yep.
When I'm pretty much streaming all weekend. But it's just cool the fact that it's something that I have complete control over. If I want to play, you know, whatever game I want to play, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, well, this is popular, so I got to play it. Like, I was playing Metal Hellsinger.
Hell yeah.
I think I was like 3-4 people that were streaming that game. I was like, I don't care. Because again, it's not, for me, it's just a matter of doing something creative and fun, but mostly just trying to make myself happier with it instead of like, oh, I got to do whatever the stream wants or whatever. Nah, I'm like, there's times where I play games and my buddies are like, hey, what are you doing? Like, COD's out. Why are you playing God of War? I'm like, because God of War is awesome. I'm playing God of War. And I tell them like, I've been doing like 1 hour blocks for YouTube, which the better idea would have been for me just to blast through the game and get the whole game done. But I don't have time to do that because I have a full-time job and family and stuff. So I just play 1 hour chunks. And I'm like, I'll just put it on YouTube and whoever decides to watch it, watches it. And again, it's just more for that creative outlet. But at least that creative outlet I technically can do by myself. I don't need.
And you don't want to, like, how is that? Playing God of War for an hour, I feel like would be a little bit tough. Like you're just kind of, it's like, weird. Just as you're getting started, you're like, time to. Yes
and no. Like it seems like there's like a mission that'll be like an hour. Or an hour and a half, or an hour 15.
Yeah. I haven't done that way, so what do I know?
Yeah. I mean, believe me, like typically I play games and I just play it through.
Right.
But I was like, I just thought about it, and I mean, like I've seen walkthroughs on YouTube, or not walkthroughs, playthroughs, because I'm not like walking a person through every item or whatever. I do try to find everything I can because that's just the type of player I am. But yeah, I'm like, you know what? I don't feel somebody would want a 10-hour video. I'll just make it in hour chunks and people can watch it however they want. And again, if no one ever watches it, it's not a big deal because it literally is just me clicking 5 buttons and sending it to the internet.
Yeah. Once you get the workflow done. Isn't that the truth though? Like it's all about workflow. You know, like oftentimes people be like, you know, I can't believe the schedule or the cadence and all the production, everything. It's like, it's just getting it set. And then once you're, that's why I get so frustrated when like something breaks, and you're probably the same too. Like if something breaks, you're like, dude, just like, I'm quitting now because I shouldn't be dealing with this shit right now. You know what I mean?
I updated Wavelength, the Elgato software.
Oh my God, kill me now.
I updated it. And then all of a sudden I had no game audio and no Discord audio. And I'm just like,
tear down. Yeah, just shut the channel down.
And I played a whole game of Call of Duty with my buddies, trying to figure out the audio the whole time. And I'm like, guys, y'all got to tell me where the fuck these people are. I can't hear shit. You got to tell me where these people are. I cannot hear a thing. Please tell me if somebody's talking. Please tell me if somebody's right around me. Because now, like, it was like so hard. And like, of course, it was like, did you try to restart your computer after you did the update?
Yeah,
I'm like, classic. Yeah, we restarted, and then everything worked. I'm like,
of course it did. Yeah,
but no, like, when tech goes wrong though, especially when you pay for good, not garbage tech, and you're like, why are you not working? I just want to cry right now. Yeah, but my computer the other day was blue screening out of nowhere, just in the middle. Really? It would just randomly do it. It would just blue screen, and I'm just like, I want to cry,
just over and over again.
Find what? Yeah, like randomly, all of a sudden. It wasn't happening at the same thing. It wasn't like I was doing the same thing and I could replicate the blue screen.
Yeah.
I'm just playing or just fucking around on my computer, and then all of a sudden, blue screen, restart. I'm like,
no.
Why? So then I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I don't want to buy a new computer. I don't want to buy a new computer.
But you kind of do. But you kind of do.
Yo, I can tell you realistically, every time I hit render video, I want a new computer every fucking day.
Exactly.
I'm like, and I'm not even saying my computer sucks, but when I see it, I'm like, I bet you'd be a lot faster with an i9 and 64 gigs of DDR5 memory. I bet you'd fly right now. And meanwhile, I'm just sitting here like, all right, let's wait an hour for this video to render. Yeah. That's the only time that I'm like, I want a new computer. No, but otherwise, like, if I go buy a new computer, though, it's going to be
Do you need a whole new thing? Do you need a whole new rig? Or can you...
I mean, the computer I have, I don't even play PC games. I just stream.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a streaming computer. So it's like, it doesn't need to be crazy. But I will say, like, if I am going to buy a new computer, the next one will be crazy.
Yeah.
Like, my buddy bought, when graphics cards were like next to impossible to find, the only way he could buy a graphics card was to buy a whole new computer.
Right.
Like, that was like pre-builts had them. You couldn't just buy them separate. So, and he was like, fuck it. And he spent like $4,000 on a computer. He's
Good
like, I don't
God.
care. He's like, oh, this is the only way I can do it. Cool. I haven't bought a new computer in a couple years and just went. I'm like, that computer probably flies. He's like, yes, this computer's great. I'm like, yeah, I bet it is. And again, like, it's streaming though, but like streaming from your computer doesn't require a crazy computer unless you do some of the stupid shit I do. Then it kind of does. Yeah. When you have 5 different camera feeds going into one scene, when you have all the software in the background doing the names and doing the sound effects and all that stuff, it can get kind of hectic. But it still doesn't require like a crazy computer. But your expectations
go, like, when you spend that kind of cash, like, things, you're right, like, they better fly. Like, that's kind of the reason that you do it. So I don't know about you, but like, every time I make any sort of like upgrade to my PC, it's like, well, I shouldn't have any sort of hangups like at all. My webcam does this weird thing when I stream one of the shows. Oddly enough, it's not doing it right now, but when I stream like the Xbox Drive or the Nintendo Drive, it does this like, and I've tried 3 different webcams. It seems to be doing the same thing. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but it's like half the resolution, quarter the resolution, and half the frames kind of thing. And it's like it's a USB webcam. It's like, I don't understand. I'm like, and this is how broken my brain is. I'm like, I guess I need a new motherboard. Like what else am I supposed, like,
everything's broken. I just need everything.
Rip it out, just new motherboard. And while I'm at it, let's get 12th, 13th gen, Intel something. Let's do this. But,
I don't like I said, the thing that sucks is like, I got to that point where I was like, I have all the tech I need. I don't want anything. I don't need a new camera. I don't need new lights. I don't need anything.
That's good.
The worst part is though, is like, there's been so many attempts of like setups I want to do that in my garage, there's like 5 fucking mic arms.
Oh yeah.
This extended, like, there's just a part bin of like, I guess if you're ever going to use this shit again, you got it. But there's been a lot of like mics and things like that are definitely like just in my garage and parts that are in my garage. If I get a new webcam, I don't ever throw away the old webcam. I just hook it up and put it somewhere else in the room to like do something stupid with. Like when I did my Nerf firing scene for my charity stream.
Yeah.
I had like 2 webcams on tripods, one facing me getting blasted, one showing my family blasting me. I literally, like, I bought lapel mics for the charity stream. So that way it was the best mic quality when I was getting an ice bucket dumped on my head.
That is so awesome. So what did you do? Like have it in like a Ziploc bag or something? Like,
no, so like I would basically give it to like my wife, or I'd be like, yo, hold this. Because like I want you to be able to like not have me get completely ruined by water. Like, I don't want the mic getting ruined or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
you thought it through.
Yeah.
You knew what was about to happen to you.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
and
water
like
involved here.
This thing, again, it's like, I'm like, what do people use that do like better videos from their phone? Because so many people are doing TikToks and stuff like that from their phone. But I see that, and it's just a little adapter.
What is that?
Plugs into my phone. This is what it is. It's hard to see right now. But basically, this little adapter literally just plugs in my phone. It's not Bluetooth.
Oh.
It literally pairs directly with these little lapel mics.
Yeah. Oh,
and
wow.
I can just flip this, and that's it. And it has 2 of them, so me and my wife can have them. But like, I thought about like when I'm sitting on my couch doing my game scene with my wife, when we do like family games, when me and my wife do co-op games, I have a scene where we sit on the couch. We have 2 separate cameras.
Yeah.
One for her, one for me. But the problem is the mic always sucks because I don't have this awesome mic over there. I have my webcam mic, which sounds like trash. So again, every time I like play back something, I always notice something. I'm like, fuck, that sounds like garbage. I gotta fix that. And then I found these lapel mics. I'm like, oh, these are gonna be great because I can just hook it up on my computer. You can do computer or phone. And I'm like, now I have a solution for that. The only like, and again, my wife's always mad because when it comes to Christmas time, she's like, you buy everything you need.
Yeah. What else is there?
Like, I mean, like, yeah, kinda. Like I try to leave things on the list. And yeah, she got me one of the things that just came out. But that's the only problem now is like, Elgato came out with that new webcam. And I'm like, it's so nice.
Yeah.
It's so much better. You'd be able to zoom in on my head and my bad hairline, and it would be 1080 crystal clear. It'd be so awesome. And I'm like, I just want that. But no, that's the only thing with me is like, I legit just try my hardest to just make my stream as much as it is. Like the gameplay itself isn't Shroud level top tier shit. Even though you say I'm good at video games,
you are.
I'm not. My friends are better than me.
Yeah, but well, that's the thing. I can't jump in like, okay, guys, I'd like to play some Apex with you too. And be like, it would be like so painful for you. It would be so painful.
We've done that before, if you don't remember.
Oh, well, yeah, that's why I haven't been back. And it's not even a you thing. I'm like, I'm just sorry. I'm sitting there just being Canadian, like apologizing the whole time.
just apologizing left and right. No, but like I also just have like, my friends are really good, but with my stream, I just try to make it as entertaining as possible. If that's why I have dumb things like hairline zooms. I know my hairline sucks. My hairline has sucked for 10 years. I'm fully aware, but my friends pointed out to me every single time that they can.
So mean.
But the thing is, again, what do? I know it makes them laugh, so I made a zoom that you can literally zoom in just on this part in my stream, and people like it. The only problem that upsets me is that I forgot you can like combo things in my stream. So I have like I have a hairline zoom that you can do. And then I have like a still screenshot that says, we'll be right back. So then when they found out they can do that, they zoom in on my head, on my bad hairline. And then they say, we'll be right back. I'm like, I did not think about comboing those, but I'm glad you guys did, because now you're going to do this every time I stream.
You just have so many options up there that, yeah, like people are going to, and people who sit there and watch you for hours, week after week, like they'll figure something out. They rack up enough of those Twitch points and whatever. I saw the one where it's same idea, like the bad hairline one, but then you've got like the pub where people are watching the screen and they cheer for it like that. So whatever, dude, like it's all there, and I'm just completely inspired by your like lack of stop. You just never stay still, and it's always something. Like this is why I don't know. Do you ever look back? Do you ever think back to like the blue screen that you had like taped to the back of your chair or anything like that? Like you had. I remember those days, man.
Oh my god, I look back on those streams, and the worst part is like now as a smaller streamer, my big thing is I want to help out other people who want to do the same thing I do.
Yeah.
Right. So every time I have like, I end the stream, I try to find somebody to raid. The problem is like, I don't want to say like I'm a really big critic or critique of people's streams, but I am. And I do it so badly. Like I'll look at it and I'm like, what is going on with the camera placement? Why is your camera framed like that? Why is your UI covering your UI of the game? And I do all that. And then I go back. Like the other day, I was like going through my YouTube and I go back and I look at those old streams and I'm like, woof, I did every one of those terrible fucking things when I was starting to stream. But yeah, like I look back and I'm like, that Yeti mic, by the way, Blue Yeti, I'm not going to shit on your mics, okay? I'm not going to shit on them, but I can never get them to not peak ever. And I looked up every YouTube tutorial on earth, but if you guys haven't seen my streams already, I scream a lot and I yell a lot. And every time I do, it peaked. And I could never get it to stop.
Interesting.
Ever.
Well, and then Elgato's like, that's hard to. I get it,
but then Elgato's like, we have a clip guard, and I was like, sold. That's all you need to tell me, and I bought it, and I scream into this thing all the time.
Is that built in, or is that like? Because I don't use any of the Elgato.
It's built in the software.
Oh, it's the software. Because I don't use any of the software. I just like I deleted it
so
all.
good though, because like literally that's the first thing I did. I was like,
know everybody
make sure
that.
No one's in my house right now, and I'm like, all right, and I just screamed as loud as I could into it, and I was like, holy shit, that didn't sound terrible.
By the way, not to get too disruptive over the conversation, which is going swimmingly, by the way, I think your microphone is set to your headset microphone right now. While people are wondering.
No, it is.
It's possible. It's possible. I was thinking the entire time, should I tell Mitch or should I not tell Mitch?
You should tell me.
Yeah.
You should tell me. Because, you know,
now let's hear the difference. Let's hear the Elgato difference.
Oh, man. Okay, hold on.
And this is where I can start the beginning of the podcast to say, actually, you know what? I'm going to say it at the end. I don't even want to tell people because I don't want people to be like, I'm not going to listen to the first half.
So I wonder if you can tell a difference.
Oh, my God. A huge difference. Huge.
Yeah, I bet. I forgot all about that. So like, this is my stream mic, and this is the mic I use for Discord to talk to my buddies.
Yep, totally. So, that's a good idea. Why do you do that? Like, it says, I say it's a good idea. I'm like, why do you do that? Why? Like,
so the reason why is because there's situations where I want to talk to stream and not have my friends hear it.
Yes.
And then there's times where I want to talk to my friends and not have stream hear it.
Oh, and you can just quickly mute one or the other.
I just tap this and I can talk to my buddies and stream doesn't hear a word. Or I have the Elgato foot pedal thing and I click the middle button.
Like an aviation setup, dude. Like you sit down for your stream and you have to like flip like 14 nozzles and
I got a button here. I got a button here. I got to tell Alexa to do something.
You got. I was just gonna say you got like a co-pilot running through the procedure. You actually have like an AI co-pilot sitting in your house.
Kinda, yeah. But no, like I have a quick deafen button for Discord. So if I want to talk to stream and not talk to my buddies, I click this little button in and I can quickly say, because like, especially when stream starts talking to me and my friends are like, the hell are you talking about right now, Mitch? I'm like, I'm talking to stream right now. Yeah. So that's the reason why I have the separate mics. But
but if they're different devices, that's very easy to do. I do have a button on my keyboard. I've got a Corsair and it's got like 6 just macro buttons that I can assign whatever. Basically like a Stream Deck, I guess. But I never use it. And I don't know why. I think I'm a bit of a simpleton, Mitch. Like I got to really like practice this stuff. And I think that's the thing I appreciate most about you is like, you'll just set up like a testing stream. Like I'm just going to figure this out. I'm going to build it like live because that's the only way that you know if it actually works is in some cases you kind of have to be live to just see how it turns out.
I think the hardest thing is audio.
Yeah.
And like just recently when I swapped over everything to this Wavelink software, I've kind of figured out a way to like test the stream audio comparing to what they hear compared to what I hear in my headset.
Yeah.
Honestly, it sounds dumb and it sounds like I work for Elgato because I talk about their products. But like ever since this Stream Deck Plus came out with the knobs, again, I'm a fan of knobs. As soon as that happened, I'm like, I have to figure out a way for this software to work. And as soon as I figured out the way the software works, I was like, Jesus Christ, this software is nuts. So, but yeah, it just makes it easier. And like, there's things like, honestly, the hardest thing I think is audio because most people are like, am I too loud? Is the game too loud? Are my friends too loud?
Yep.
Like, is Discord, or if I'm listening to Spotify, is that too loud? Like, there's such a balance. But yeah, I mean, once you, there's certain things I still test out all the time. The one thing I'm jealous of you, which I really like, is when you do your podcasts, how you have like the overlay with the 2 video calls.
Yep.
I tried doing that with 3-person and 4-person and stuff. The problem is Discord doesn't always like put the same I wish I could be like, you go in the top right corner, you go in the top, and like I literally set up, it took me hours. I set up a whole goddamn scene where it's like changing names of where people's boxes are. It's I did that live one day and I'm like, this is not entertaining at all. I'm just trying to figure this shit out, guys. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry.
That's the thing. Like some of the most monotonous stuff, the most boring things, like we're not talking about like those cool scenes you're talking about before. You're literally just trying to get this person who's on the Discord call to appear here. And somehow that takes forever. And you can really only do it if you have a live call. Like that's where sometimes I'll ask like Ryan or Cord or whoever to join me. I'm like, sorry guys, can we jump on 15, 20 minutes early? Because I need you to just be on the screen. Because I don't know how
where we need to put you.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It's just so, but I mean, and I'm trying to do a lot of shit on the fly. Yeah. But that's the hard part is like, even if I have 2 people join and leave and join again, no guarantee they're going to be in the same spot. And then you throw 3 people in there and you can throw a whole combination of you at you. And I'm like, and I'm trying to have names of like, okay, this person's here. And
such
like,
a stupid
that's why I be like,
you've done so much else. Like there's so many other things going on. You're like this is what's going to trip me up for like a half an hour at a time. Like I ain't got a half an hour for this. Come on.
Yeah.
Man.
And like I said, that's where and again, it's like, hey, can you hop on a Discord call and just, I don't care.
Totally.
just fucking leave the room.
Yeah, just show up. I just need I need a frame there.
I need a box on my screen so I can figure this out. But yeah, there's a couple things that like I still like in my head. Like there's things that I can't do. Like I edit my own videos.
Yeah.
I cannot do Photoshop. I can't. I'm just dumb. Like here's the thing. If I took hours on YouTube, I'm sure I could figure out Photoshop.
You totally could.
However, on my phone with my Samsung S Pen, I use a software called Autodesk, and I can use this to take people out of. I mean, this is just the process that I have. Is there a quicker, easier process? I'm sure, but this is just the way I do it. But
I almost never think going through any Adobe product is going to be faster. Like maybe there's a higher ceiling as far as the quality that you can do, but I don't look at those and go, that's snappy. Like I don't load up like Adobe Premiere and go, this is going to take no time at all. Like it's going to take, it's going to be a process involved.
It's going to be a process, especially depending on how you edit your film or edit your product. It can be nuts. Like I did recently, I did a farewell to Warzone. Yeah. So like Warzone 2 is coming.
Oh, that's a good
Warzone
idea.
1's gone. And like Warzone 1, the thing that sucks is I told my buddies like weeks ago, I'm like, all I'm going to do is just take all the Warzone 1 clips I've had for the last year and a half or whatever and just throw them in one big video.
Yeah.
And again, mostly it was just for us to go back into the clips and just laugh at all the dumb shit that we did.
Totally.
And I told my buddies like weeks ago. And then like 2 weeks later, Tim came out with that video and said, farewell to Warzone. I was like, son of a bitch. I was like, of course Tim would do it because he's got a lot of good clips too. And then Courage did it. And like all these people started doing it. And I'm like, I'm just going to literally title my video the same as Tim's and hopefully I get some search result traction from it.
What are the chances though? Like you legit had the idea ahead of time. And I mean, it's not like it's totally. It's
not a groundbreaking idea or anything.
But I would have thought of it. It's like if you're in it, that is the type of thing that you think about. Like that you realize the reality of Warzone 1's going away. I've got this material. So what are you going to do? That's totally the thing. Even as we're talking about this, I'm like, there's like even a farewell 2022 that we could do at Carpool Gaming.
That's literally what
I started
watching. No. So to point out, that's not my idea. So here's kind of
I just like scrapbooking. You know, I am the biggest fan of scrapbooking who does zero scrapbooking.
Right. So like my thing is, again, and this is kind of where I was talking about earlier with like when I was doing podcasts, all I was doing was listening to podcasts. When I started streaming, I just started paying attention to streamers.
Yeah.
Personally, Doc, obviously he's my absolute top favorite, even though he's done questionable shit and people be like, I don't care.
Yeah.
He's
I hate that you have to get that
shut up.
Whatever disclaimer.
People like, grow and change. Shut up. He's better person now, and people make mistakes.
People make mistakes.
He didn't kill a person. Calm down. Anyways, Doc's my number one. He's the most entertaining person. He's got the best quality stream I've ever seen. He's got the funniest stream I've ever seen. Never that.
Very handsome.
Very handsome man.
Yeah, I have an absolute man crush on this dude.
Apparently, it has a great bourbon that I don't drink bourbon, but I thought about drinking bourbon. I was like, maybe this will be good. Tim Tapman, love him, funny. Courage JD, Ninja, and again, like Ninja was super popular, obviously before I started streaming. But like, I'm watching all these things of like all their old stuff, and I'm like, this is really cool. But they were actually doing like best of 2019, best of 2020, best of 2021.
Oh, wow. How have I not thought, literally until this very conversation, how many years and I've been talking about like, I'm writing a book about all this stuff. I'm like, I got to capture this stuff. Man, I'm feeling like a real dumb idiot. Right
no, it's again, I wouldn't have thought of that. But like, and again, am I copying them? Essentially. But I did last year I did a best of 2021. Yeah. Where basically I took every single Twitch clip, something that was funny. Yeah. And I just threw it all in one big ass video.
That's great.
Again, my buddies like it because it just replays all the stupid shit that we did and all the fun times we had. So, but ever since I did that video, the first time I did it, I was like, man, that's a lot of clips. The video is like an hour or something long. It's a long video.
Just clips.
But it's just clips all like literally, and you can see the progression.
So even when I'm like taking you, it's funny because when I do your clips, I'll just like you say something. I usually like taking people out of context a little bit. Like those are stuff that you like throw in there.
Yeah, like I'll go through and whatever I think are like funny clips or whatever, I literally just throw them all. But I've been saving them on my computer. I also learned like it's better to number them because naming them when you want to put them in order from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, I'm like, put a number in there first. So I learned so many things editing 2021 that 2022 is like I'm down. Like as soon, I have to do it soon, right? I should be doing it probably
tonight,
now-ish.
you know.
Yeah, right. But
Sorry.
now I'm going to be able to like, I can throw all that in Premiere.
Yeah.
I can click a button and just kind of do it. But yeah,
I can't wait to see that, man. That is awesome.
Yeah. There's the Call of Duty video, like my buddies loved it because I made chapters of like best of Buzz, best of Jay, best of Dame, like, and I made chapters of like, here's your best parts that I was able to capture, and like here's the dumb shit I was also capturing that you were doing in the game that you shouldn't probably want on the internet.
Yeah.
But
like, you also have all these ideas in your head. Like you don't like I'm obsessed with whiteboards and everything else. Like I feel like you don't do any of that. You just know in your mind the things that you're like gonna get to.
For the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's still things that like, because every time I obviously when I see her in stream, I'm like looking at like, oh man, I wish this was better. Let me update that. Oh, I see like something like Doc does that inspires me. And I'm like, I remember when Doc, and I mean, this is stuff that I will never have the brain power to do. Doc did a whole thing where like in his scenes, there were Easter eggs that tied into this, that tied into this,
that
tied into this scene.
Yeah.
And he did a whole video explaining how like we all got to this point, and I'm like, this is crazy.
I love it.
You were creative enough to think of something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I see stuff like that inspires me. But like, example, one thing that like a lot of people don't notice, and I had to tell my buddy and he knows. One of my best friends, his name is Al. He's a piece of shit. I don't like him at all.
Oh damn.
He's a piece of garbage. I'm just kidding. I love you, Al. You're one of my best friends. But it's an ongoing joke that Al sucks. I say it all the time. Like, Al, you suck. You're just a terrible person. He's the one who like wanted the hairline zoom. He like does it every time someone raids me.
Yeah.
The first thing he does, he's like, hey guys, look at this guy's busted hairline. But what I did was in every one of my flyers, little promotional posters that you do, right? Hey, I have a celebration stream. Hey, I have a charity stream.
Yeah.
In the bottom left corner, in the smallest font, I put Al sucks. And I've done it every single flyer.
I love it.
And I'm like, PSS, Al still sucks.
Yeah.
PSSS, Mr. Puckhead's the worst guy on earth. And I always put them in there, and like no one has ever said anything or noticed it. And I brought it up, and my buddy's like, you're lying.
That's
like, no,
amazing.
Please go look at them. And he's like, holy shit, it's been in every one of them. I'm like, yeah, because Al sucks. And I want to make sure that everybody and him know it. So
I feel
I'm
like
sure
you could do like
that one friend they hate.
Well, yeah. And also it's a very special type of friendship when you love someone so much that all you can do is tell them that they suck and that you hate them and they're the worst person ever. It's such 100%. A weird thing, like, man.
It is such a weird thing, but like literally, like there's certain friends that I've had conversations with, and I've gotten like example when you play competitive games, certain things get said, and let's just say certain people leave the game and don't come back, or they're like, hey, like I'm done playing. Like I'm not saying like just one individual person, but I've had people that like get upset because like I will say something that obviously they know they messed up in part of the game, but I also say it in such a dickheadish way because they're my friend. Yeah. That some certain people are like, I'm going to quit before I say something mean that we shouldn't be saying to each other. But like the other day, like me and Al were literally screaming at each other. And my other guy, Buzz, who's in the chat, he goes, man, it's a really good friendship that you guys can literally just do the craziest thing where you guys just screamed at each other like you're married. Yep. And you guys are completely fine to play games again. I'm like, yeah, that's just kind of how we.
Yeah, there's a certain pocket of us who are jealous of those types of relationships because you're just like, you don't have to worry about whatever, anything. Like you can just say what you really mean.
He lives in Ohio. I live in Arizona. He threatens all the time. He goes, I will fly one way to Arizona and leave my family to just kill you if you ever do that again. Oh my God. You know, things like that. He's like, I'll go to jail in Arizona. I don't care. He's like, I'll never see my family again. Keep it up, Mitch. I'm like, it's your fault, not mine. You know what I mean? Just, you know, and also in my chat, just to keep things fun, I have a Al sucks emote, Al's fault, Brian's fault, and Mitch's fault. So in my chat, if something happens in the game and I just go, chat, whose fault was that?
Oh my God.
And then usually it's either Al's fault or Mitch's fault. It's always one of those two. But again, like that's the whole thing is like I make fun of myself because I know it makes my friends laugh.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of those people that's like, I'm not gonna have anything that makes fun of me. It makes me look bad, bro.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
But
it's
I do feel like if you, and I don't even know if the video evidence is there, but like, which is too bad, but mixer.com/Mitch Power 1116 was a thing. And those were probably the days where you're trying to figure out like your voice a little bit and just like what style you like, what kind of streamer. And like somewhere along the lines, you're just like, nuts to this. I'm just doing whatever I want. Like, I felt like you were filtered at a certain point. Now you're completely unfiltered, and you've just like, I feel like that's the difference. And not that it's going to be the same path for everyone, that they just like drop F-bombs 100 times in a minute.
Right.
Not that that's what you always do, but like a lot. It's you, like when you show up to twitch.tv/Mitch Power 1116, which everybody should, it's you. Like it's, but it wasn't always that way. And that's one of the things that I was inspired by in the old days. And now I just like watch how that has helped you flourish. And like, there's no holds barred now, which is awesome.
I think it's also just the confidence in streaming. Because when you're first doing it, you're so worried about fucking things up.
Totally.
Like, oh my God, the stream looks bad. People are watching me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do. Like, what if something breaks? How do I... And then you get to a point where you just get more confident doing it.
Yeah.
And as far as like the way I act on stream, I mean, realistically, I was acting the same way off stream. Like, those conversations are still the same as it was off stream.
Yep.
But like now it's basically just, I'm just putting it on the internet. And my friends love it though, because like they can go back and laugh at, because like same thing, all those moments where like we're not just screaming at each other, when we're like laughing, having fun, they can go back and see those same moments too. So I think when I first started, on Mixer, here's what I will say. And this is the only reason I'm able to see all my old videos, because back in the day, before I figured out where I wanted to stream, I was streaming on everything. So I was streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Mixer, Twitch, all of the above.
Yeah.
Which by the way, don't do that, guys. Don't do
that.
It's weird.
Just weird. Yeah.
Well, like number one, like it's a logistics nightmare because quality wise, you're not gonna be able to get the best quality on any of the four.
Right.
Because you're not catering to what that program specifically, like when you're going through a restreamer like that, you have to find a certain quality that works with everybody.
Yeah.
But you are sacrificing quality that you could have. Like if you're doing that and not just streaming straight to YouTube and having that bit rate go straight to YouTube, the quality of the stream isn't as good.
Yeah.
But if I go on YouTube, all my VODs are still there.
Yeah.
Like my old overlay,
from Mixer,
all that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. And they're bad. Like my old overlay was bad. I remember my first logo that I did, and it's so stupid because like in my brain, I was like so happy about the first logo I did.
We always are, aren't we?
I was so happy. I was just like, I have a logo.
Yeah.
And it was the generic, like, I was like on a Gears of War body because I love Gears of War.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy who did my logo, and it was like the weird font, like this typical fucking Twitch gamer font. It was just stupid. And I remember like, I was so happy about it. And then I shared it to my buddies and they were like, what the fuck is this? And they're like,
really?
You look awful. Like, why do you look like that? And again, they weren't clowning on my looks, but they were like, the logo, the way the guy drew me, they're like, I don't know what to say, bro. It doesn't. And again, I was like, but then finally, again, it was that confidence of like, it took me a while to find a logo that I was like, I don't want to do a typical me as a character with a little like triangle behind me and then the logo. I'm like, I just want to do something slightly different. And just also like, it took me a while to figure that out too. Like, my logo, and I was just like, I was thinking of all these ideas of what to call my community, because I know Tim has the Tapman Army and Doc has Champions Club, and I'm like, what do I call my community? And that took a while too, but like, once that big confidence thing is like, once you find something, you're like, yes, I like this. Other people like this. Other people like this enough to buy merch, which is nuts to me.
That is nuts. That's
nuts that people want to buy a shirt with a logo that I came up with, that I didn't draw, by the way, because I'm terrible at drawing. I had a dude on Fiverr do it. But like, it's weird to me. I remember like the first time I made a merch store just because it's free and it doesn't cost me anything. I just did a Teespring and I'm just like, if anybody wants it, cool. And then like, I got an email that somebody bought something. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's
are you guys,
awesome.
Why?
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you guys buying merch? Nobody needs to buy my a shirt with my name and logo on it. That's weird. But a lot of people, like, I have a thing, because in my opinion, like, when it comes to streaming, I do not stream to make money.
Yeah.
Period. because I have a job, because I will never make streaming my job.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you guys are aware, 0.01% of all people streaming have it making enough money to make it their job.
Yeah, that you're probably not. You might have just made that up, but I feel like that's probably
not a made up number. That's real.
That's a real number.
There's 1.5 million people that stream on Twitch every month.
You know what? But
you are not going to be. I'm not trying to shit on people's dreams.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I would love to. No.
I'm not trying to shit on people's dreams, but also I have a family to take care of. If I was single and I was in college, sure. Who do I have to be responsible for besides me? Right?
Do it.
Who cares? Go do whatever you want to do. If you're in college and you only have to take care of you and worry about you, then you have fun and do whatever the hell you want. I have a family and I have a mortgage and I have bills, and like I will never make streaming my job. So I just enjoy doing this for fun. This is my creative outlet.
That's the thing. But like, yeah,
any of the money that I make from it, I just put back into the stream and, you know, doing giveaways and stuff. When I did my charity stream, that was that was the only time after we got done with the charity stream, because I was doing like, if you buy this, I would do, you know, give you a free hoodie. If you do this, I'll give you a free t-shirt. People were getting gift cards. I gave away like $200 gift cards, all that stuff. That was the only day after the charity stream that I looked at my PayPal and I was like, holy shit, that was expensive.
It's all gone.
Where'd my money go? But no, like anytime I have a thing on my channel point that's like, I'll give you a shirt. I don't care.
I'm saving for it.
If you watch my stream enough, and you really get to that many channel, and it's not like it's 1 million channel points or something stupid that
it's
people
like 30,000 or no, I have 30,000.
I think
points.
It's 50.
Yeah,
I think it's 50.
I come in and I do my whole like, you know, the rock. So shut up, bitch.
The Jerry the King Lawler.
It's not even for what the rock says. It's the Jerry Lawler.
Yeah. So like. My thing, but the thing is, like, that's the funny part is like some people don't use channel points at all on Twitch, and like there's people that have streams that I have that have like 500,000 channel points because they don't have anything that's like
totally highlight my message, like whatever the default is,
whatever. So like I have like dumb things that show up.
I love that though,
you know. But the thing is, like, yeah, like for me, if people stick around enough and they want a shirt from me, I don't care. You hang out enough and. Whatever, that's fine with me. I'll give you a shirt.
I want you to have a shirt that's basically just like your head, but like just the outline of your hair and beard. Like just, and I'm gonna sketch something up. I would love to see it because there's just like that's you. Like there, but I don't know. It's very definable. You can totally do that.
The worst thing that bummed me out so much is my buddy Al. Again, Al, you're a piece of shit. He all of a sudden I get a new follow on Twitch. And when I get a new follow, I have an alert. It's a custom alert where my dogs howl and stuff because my logo are my two husky dogs, which I love very much.
That's awesome. I actually didn't know that, dude. I knew that you had huskies. I didn't put that together.
Those are my two dogs.
That was awesome.
Like, so when I was looking up, so the only way I came up with it is I was like looking up names. Like Power is my last name. It's my legal last name. I know I have a cool last name.
Yeah, no,
everybody
it's not.
says that.
No, it's not real.
But like I started looking up Power and like things that go with Power, and I saw Power Pack, and I thought, oh, pack. Like that's like a pack of wolves or a pack of dogs.
Yeah.
Wait, I have two husky dogs.
Yeah.
And when I walk them, they walk side by side like they're in a pack. And I'm like, oh, there's my logo.
Yeah.
And that's
how it's supposed to come together is like this.
Yep,
not
it literally was just like firing. It was just like boom, 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 boom. And I was like, I have my whole brand. I have my whole everything ready to go. But I got an alert and I looked up my thing, and the name of the Twitch person that followed me was Mitch's Hairline. Al made a Twitch name for his cell phone, and he named it Mitch's Hairline. So then I'm like, there's no fucking way you just made this. And I go to the Twitch profile. He took a picture of me and him when he was in town, of us at In-N-Out Burger, and he just cropped out from here up. It's just my hairline in the picture. And I'm like, you motherfucker. Like, what kind of evil comes up with that in your head? Like, I'm just shocked that that's a thing that came out.
Are you though?
That came out of his brain. In a way, yes. I was like, there's no way that this is real. But the worst part is like when I do giveaways, I'll spin the wheel and it's like, Mitch's Hairline just won a $25 gift card. And you just hear him in the background, let's go. I'm like, God damn it, dude. I'm like, every time I see Mitch's Hairline ... I'm like, yeah. So again, anything to make my I'm not, I'm not vain about it at all. I've had definitely my buddies who have had bad hairlines themselves go, Mitch, what are we fucking doing, bro? Do you just shave it? Like, he's like, it's bad. I'm like, I have hair. My buddy's like, oh, Mitch can't grow hair. Guys, I want to point out I can grow hair. I just can't grow hair here. Okay. I can grow hair everywhere else. I just can't grow hair here. It's a genetics thing, my guy. Like, I'm sorry. But I will tell you, if I ever get an island on the back of my head, it's a wrap. I'm done. I'm shaving it. I'm bald. I'm not. That island that people have.
I will work on this a little bit more, but this is what I want to see. I am working on the Mitch Power.
That's
hairline,
the one thing, like the hairline shirt.
The hairline shirt. Like I'll make this myself.
I will buy one. I'll buy fucking 20 of them more. I'll give them away to random people on the street. He'll be like, "Hey, you want to see a Mitch Power Level 16 shirt? Here you go." The hell is this guy's hairline?
It's got the beard and everything, man. Like, and there's nothing I love more than just a quick little sketch, a little place for your mouth, little squinty eyes. Yep. There you go. That's you. Lord. That's my prisoner or criminal sketch of me. Just this 5
Good
seconds.
Lord.
Yep.
Those are the ideas that I have. Like, I have ideas of like, no, like real talk. I'm like, because I've seen like, I want ideas of like the couple of different ideas I've had in my stream lately are, one, I want to have some new variant of my logo to put on merch.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like change my whole brand and whole logo and all that, but I'm like, it'd be cool just to have like a different type of like same style of my dogs, just in some other way. But again,
sure,
that's where I get harder to be creative when it comes to drawing.
Yeah.
That is so foreign to me. Like if you were like, draw this, I'd be like, it's gonna look like somebody with
like this, like what I just did. That's what I just showed you.
It's gonna
is
be way
the
worse than that.
maximum.
It's gonna be way worse. It's so bad. So that's why when I got with my designer, I was like, can you do like this? And he's like, I guess I'll figure it out. I'm like, all right, cool. But yeah, like I just need somebody who knows. Again, same thing. If you came to me with a video, if I've helped my friends out with video editing, they'll be like, here's what I want to do with the video. I'm like,
totally
easy.
See how to do it.
Here you go. Here's your video. And they're like, holy shit, you did that. And like, I'm like, yes, it's not very hard.
It's because you can see the end before you actually start. You know, like you actually can walk yourself through it mentally and just kind of then you're actually not thinking about every step individually.
Right.
I want to see a Christmas. I want to see a Christmas thing where Mitch is Santa Claus and a sleigh, and instead of reindeer, you got your huskies, like a dog sled kind of thing.
That'd be awesome.
That you got Christmas lights.
The only problem that sucks
place.
is like Christmas is in like 2 weeks.
I know. Well, it happens again next year.
Yeah, no, that is a very good point. I can make that happen next year. Yeah, there was a couple different things with like trying to find a new logo for, merch and stuff like that. The scenes, like my desk scene that I have, I literally just pieced together images from Google. Yeah. And I have a desk scene similar to Doc, but like Doc's scene is like way better. And that's the one thing I'm like, and even Al, he's like, the one thing on your stream that I don't think is as great is your desk scene. I'm like, yeah, because it's the only one I didn't like make. I didn't have custom made. I just pieced this video with this desk image with this, and I'm trying to make, and it doesn't look terrible, but he's like, that's the one thing that's not like, I can tell it's not something that you made yourself. Like that's, and again, I'm like on Fiverr trying to find studio builders and stuff, and maybe I'll find one.
It's probably, you have to do the design of it, but also like the camera placement has to match as well. Like you basically just like took whatever camera setup you have now and put that on a desk scene.
Yep.
But you kind of have to think about like, okay, if I was actually sitting at a desk, where would the camera be and how would it look at me? Kind of thing.
And then also like I have, and again, like OBS, when you understand all the things that the software can do, your brain can just start going like,
totally.
Holy shit, I can do these things. It's just a matter of executing it. And if you can't do it, getting somebody to do it. But there's ways to do like stinger transitions when you move from one scene to another, where this scene actually, like I was thinking of my game scene. Yeah. But when I transition to the desk, it comes out to like where a TV is shown on the wall. Like it actually,
that's so cool. Yeah.
It's doable.
Yeah.
I know how to do it.
Yeah.
I know in my head exactly the steps I need to do in OBS to do it, but I'm just like, I need the scene to do it properly. I need somebody to animate this transition properly. I need those things. And those are the things that like, I don't have the time. I'll do video editing myself. I'll use Canva to do a promo flyer, and like, I'm cool with that. But like, I'm not learning After Effects. I'm not learning all this other shit, because that's where I'm just starting to be like, this isn't my job. This is the fun stuff. But like, I would literally have to spend days learning After Effects and like trying to figure that out. And I'm like, Again, I can't draw, so it doesn't help that I can't draw.
Yeah.
Or do that. So,
but do you think do you think that kind of comes and goes? Because I find myself saying those types of things often, but then all of a sudden, like something gives, and I'm like, I guess I gotta figure this thing out. Like something happens. After Effects is one that I'm with you. Like I look at that and go, never. And I shouldn't say that.
It just looks nuts.
It just
very
looks hard.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks very hard. But again, like those are things that like I know people like when they started streaming, they didn't know how to do certain things with
That's
OBS,
what I mean. Like there's certain things.
And then
exactly. You've said that before and you've reversed at a certain point,
right.
And it's hard to remember even what those things are, which makes that whole thing so weird and magical. But and how I don't believe you when you say this, and it's nothing about. I'm sure you believe it now, but like at a certain point, you'll probably figure something out.
Yeah, it is a possibility I can learn it, but at the same time, like I start thinking like if I'm going to learn this, I want to do more than just like the video editing. Like I've done video editing on the side.
Yeah.
Never let me rephrase that. My buddy paid me to edit a video for him. He gifted me subs on Twitch. And again, I would have done it for free just because I wanted to do video editing before I did streaming and any of that shit. Like way back in high school, I was doing filming and video editing, which is why streaming was such a big, like, holy shit, I can finally mix the video production side of things with playing video games, with doing a live show, which is why it became such a big, like, easy thing for me to just be like, oh yeah, streaming would be way fucking fun. Like figuring out the green screen. Cause I was doing it in high school. Many years ago. Cause I'm old people. But so old. But
you are.
That's the thing is like, I didn't think I would learn like Premiere is amazing software. But again, it's just a matter of like doing it and learning it. And like, if I need to figure out something, also the hard part too is what's the proper name for something that you want to do, right? It's like,
what do you mean?
Somebody's like, I want to do a green screen, but it's actually chroma key. It's like,
right. There's all the technical.
Knowing the terms can also fuck your searches up on YouTube because you're just like, how to do this, and YouTube's like, what are you even saying right now? I have no idea what do you want me to show you? A picture of a cat? I don't know what the fuck you just wrote in here. And I'm just like, that's the thing is like, when you start like, I'm like, okay, slowly over time, I'm like, what does this feature do? Let me YouTube this.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you can use that in the future. Like when I learned like how to change a video from 16:9 to 9:16 for TikToks and stuff like that.
Oh.
Because like all my TikToks, I do not edit a goddamn thing on my phone. Period.
Yeah.
I edit everything on my computer.
Yeah.
I don't. People who edit on their phone, I'm like, God bless you. Like,
Same.
I don't know how you do everything on your phone. I'm
Same.
like, I need horsepower. I need a goddamn computer that can do 100 things that your phone can't.
I need a mouse where I can pinpoint, like specific, like dude, like I'm trying to like pinpoint with my finger, like even when I clip your stuff, like that, I would not be able to do that on my phone. Every once in a while, I find myself watching you on my phone and I'm clipping, and I'm like, this sucks. Is like, who's happy with this experience? Like, this is awful.
Which is clipping on mobile is fucking trash, anyways. By the way.
It is every clipping, like you edit you trim a video on your iPhone. Brutal.
Yeah,
it's awful.
Brutal. Yeah, that's why. Like, I mean, that's the thing that sucks too, is because like when I start thinking of like streaming on Twitch and like when you swap from Twitch to YouTube, there's certain. I remember I was telling you, I'm like, bro, your quality can be so much better than Twitch used to be able to do, and all this stuff. That's the one thing that's like a drag is like YouTube's clipping sucks. Bad.
YouTube, dude, a lot of things we've talked about tonight, it's like non-existent, or like even the
channel points aren't.
Yeah, like it's just so far behind, and even it's there in the culture and the behavior as well. Some YouTube channels have kind of figured it out, and like their community gets it, like all the memberships and the benefits and all those kinds of things. But like Twitch, it just seems like people like the bits and the cheering and all the ways of supporting the Prime, Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, like all of that. It just seems so obvious on Twitch, and none of it is. If it's there, it's YouTube. Not obvious, or it's just non-existent on YouTube.
Well, also YouTube's a free platform that people have been watching every damn video on YouTube free forever. So it's like there's no incentive to like, dude, if I know how many people are on YouTube Premium, maybe one, maybe. Like, I don't know many people that pay for YouTube ad-free shit. And what's funny is I don't know many people that pay for Twitch's ad-free stuff either, because they don't promote it ever, but I use it. Twitch Turbo, guys, if you guys don't use Twitch Turbo, just figure that shit out. You should do it. It's way better. It's ad-free viewing on every damn channel.
Dude, I didn't even know that.
It's $10 a month.
No, but here, don't tell people that, because I subscribe to your channel because I don't want to watch an ad before.
No. Here's a cool part. Creators still get credit for ad revenue if you use Turbo. Yep. So that's the thing is like I literally, because I watch way too much Twitch and I can't sub to 50 different damn people
just to get rid of the ads.
Just to get rid of ads. Mm-hmm. So then like it's funny. One person rated me, and I saw a logo next to their name, and I'm like, what the hell is that logo? And I asked them, and they were like, oh, I pay $10 a month. I don't see ads on anybody's channel. I'm like, what the fuck are you telling me right now?
I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah, because they don't promptly advertise it. And again, it's not, but the thing is like people are like, oh, I'd rather support the creator. You still technically you still support me if I run an ad. If you had Turbo, I still get credit for the ad revenue.
Interesting.
Yep. And then also I get longer VOD saves. Twitch only had 14 days. If you have Turbo, you get 60 days of VOD
That's
storage.
The thing about my Twitch channel. If I go back to like twitch.tv/, like none of it's there, you know, like extra life stuff or whatever else, like gaming for gurus.
By the way, thanks for quitting Twitch and going to YouTube right after I paid for 6 months of your sub.
Did you? Oh, I'm sorry, man. I know there's you and
By the way,
Charles.
No, you're also happy. You're lucky I'm not a dick, and I'm like, I want to refund this sub.
You should have refunded. You totally could have. You totally
get your money,
could have.
bro. Get your money, bro. It's all good.
I was saying to Seth and those guys, like, I'm really thinking about. It's funny that we happen to be talking about Twitch because, like, I still look at it and go, like, golly, that it makes sense that we did what we did, but also I still look at Twitch as an opportunity.
I look at YouTube and I look at pros and cons. Of course, my big thing, like I mentioned earlier, is quality of the stream.
Yeah.
And like I look at YouTube streams, like when I look at Doc in 1440, and I'm like, fuck, that looks so crisp and so clean and so nice. I'm like, I wish my streams could look that good. Cause like when I go back and cause I record all of my stuff locally.
Yeah.
And then I also do the streaming. But like, like when I go to a Twitch clip and I go back to the VOD that I recorded locally, I'm like, fuck, this looks so much better recorded locally than it does on Twitch.
Yeah.
But then like you said, like there's no channel points, which the only thing is like, again, my brain, I'm like, I think I figured out a way to do channel points specifically for my audience because I have this software and this thing, and I might have a solution for it. But realistically, any of my channel point things, I can make them a command in chat and it would still do everything. You
sure.
see.
Yeah, that's
every
a good
single
point.
thing. But the problem is like, it's easy when there's a menu right in front of you that you can see easily and click a button. I have commands that have been in my stream forever that people forget about. And that's the part that sucks. If they don't get used often enough, people forget about it.
You have to have the list in like a description below, which not everybody is looking at, or maybe the title, like again, like not really there. It's all part of. I have a
command, like a chat, like constant thing that goes in chat. That's like,
here
are some commands, and you can click this link to see the full commands. But then if you're on mobile and you click the link, then you're taken out of the stream, and it's just, So that's the harder part. Is like everything that I'm seeing. But the other thing too is like getting to the point of, and it sounds bad. Getting to the point of making money on YouTube is infinitely harder than it is on Twitch.
1,000%. That's a huge reason why I wasn't doing any YouTube, even with the Xbox Drive or anything. Like, really wasn't focused on it at all. It was only after we had a Yumi Capri Day or Carpool Gaming Day where like we got this spike, and then all of a sudden people started watching. We're like, oh, this could happen. So then we really went for it. But up until then, like, no. And even now, like, there's not another level for us to get to. So this is where I like, for the first time, I'm like, okay, what about Twitch? Like, there's not other than more subs and more people watching us on YouTube, which I guess.
But I mean, like Twitch partner is also like, I'm not saying it's impossible. It's just for the average person harder to do.
It's so hard.
YouTube partnership. And I mean, I'm trying to do more with YouTube as far as long form content and then shorts, is to get to YouTube partner is a lot.
You could do like the videos about what you do. Like the thing is, like, I'm lucky I could like just hit you up and go like, hey man, I'm having trouble with my green screen, instead of like going to Google and not. I was literally like just sitting down here, I'm screaming at stuff because I'm like, I don't know what to Google. Like what you described before is exactly like I didn't know exactly what I'm like, how do you green screen? I'm getting all these stupid videos of like just basic stuff, and I'm like, I'm doing that. Like I have a pretty specific kind of situation here that I can't really get a solution to. But wouldn't it be cool if I just went to youtube.com/Mitch Power 1116 and here's your, like, you could be one of those videos that solves stuff for people.
I could. And here's the only thing I'll say is the only reason I don't do them is because I kind of thought the same thing when I was doing a podcast about gaming news.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of other people who have way more experience and exposure that could give you gaming news rather than me.
Yeah.
I feel the same only with like the people I watch on YouTube, like when it comes to like all the extra shit I do. Like there's this guy, his name is Nutty. His YouTube tutorials are incredible.
Yeah.
They're fucking incredible. The way he breaks down things, the way he can show you what you can do with the software, all the way he edits the videos, they're amazing. And I'm like, that's cool. If people wanted to look this up, they would find him first before me. And that's the only reason why I don't do them.
Yeah.
But obviously, if any of my buddies, and that's the thing, like I always tell people in my Discord, like I love helping people who want to do this shit, right? I'm not expecting everybody to like quit their jobs and be full-time streamers. But if you're like, yo, my audio sucks. Yo, my camera quality sucks. Yo, this sucks. I'm more than happy to walk you through in a Discord call, trying to help you out on what's wrong and what I can do to help. So like, and that's why when I like anybody who joins my Discord, I'm like straight up DM me if you have any tech questions. Cause I love helping people figure that shit out. But that's the hard part too, is like when I look at the YouTube video part of it, I'm like, there's just people out there that like, that's their gig, right? Yeah. Their whole fucking YouTube channel is tutorials.
Yeah.
And they just do it so well. And I'm like, and I've actually linked people.
Yeah. You've always been good about that. You recognize that that's a problem that exists, but is already kind of being solved right now.
Yeah. And being solved by people, that's their priority. That's their job. That's literally their job. And like, I'll link people like in my Discord. There's links. I have a helpful stream links section where it's fucking YouTube videos of like Harris Heller and Nutty and all these people that are just showing you, here's the best webcam to buy. Here's the pros and cons of these webcams. Here's the pros and cons of these mics. Here's how to set up your mic properly.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, there's people out there that are doing it better than I could put in the time. Could I make a video similar to theirs? Probably. But the amount of effort and time it would take to get the result of like how many people seeing it, you know what I mean? That's the thing. So like, that's why my YouTube for the most part is shorts. Yeah. That's the biggest way that I've had growth on my YouTube. And that's the thing is like, I would like, if I ever got to YouTube partner, would I swap to YouTube instead of Twitch? Probably, just because long term, I feel YouTube is the better play because of discoverability. YouTube or Twitch's discoverability is fucking non-existent.
I feel like people on whatever platform you're on, you're going to say that about that platform.
YouTube's algorithm, like you are getting recommended people. Like example, I upload a video. I'm not live. I'm not doing anything.
Right.
And people can find my video.
I see what you mean.
If you're not live on Twitch, your channel is not getting exposure, period. Yeah. Which is why so many Twitch streamers, like when they swap to YouTube, their first thing is like, I don't have to put as many hours streaming because my VODs can be seen offline and easier discoverability because of YouTube's algorithm. Yeah. If I just continuously uploaded like long-term videos and didn't do shorts on YouTube, shorts discoverability on YouTube is phenomenal. I checked this since the beginning of the year. I've doubled my subs and I've doubled my watch time. Just from shorts. Wow. Like long-term videos are not, again, the thing is like shorts get people subscribed to your channel and then you can start putting out the long form content and maybe they'll check it out. And that's kind of what's been happening.
Yeah, there's a funnel for sure.
Right. There's a funnel. But the problem is like right now, YouTube shorts don't count towards watch time for a partnership.
I feel like that's going to change. I don't know if that's right. The monetization of shorts is coming.
So monetization of shorts, but also too, the one thing that piqued my interest in 2023 is YouTube said they're going to make it easier for people to get a sub button or a membership button and emotes. Yeah. Because if I can make a membership button and have emotes, I'll figure out the channel point shit. I'll figure that out. If I can get emotes and channel or like a sub button to where any money coming in can go back into the stream for like the charity shit, I would do that in a heartbeat. Also, YouTube has a better split on subs. So like, it's like example, I figured out the math. I could make my subs $1 cheaper.
Interesting.
And I would still get the same amount of money and they would save money by a sub.
Interesting. It's that's
weird.
That's fascinating. The one thing that I'll say to that is, and to my point a little bit earlier, when I quit Twitch and just did everything with Carpool on YouTube, we know like a lot of people did not like transfer over.
Sure.
Like, and it's because, and it's not like, this is not a shot at them or anything. It's just like they do what they do on Twitch, and it's not as transferable as one might think. They go like, okay, well, they'll watch me over here and they'll do the same thing. Like, it just doesn't really happen. And I think that is fascinating. That's the kind of stuff in like marketing and consumer behavior and whatever that I just think is crazy, like psychology type of stuff. And just what are you used to in behavior? It just doesn't always transfer over. So even with like $1 saving, and that totally makes sense. And I'm just one person. In my experience, it didn't do that. So it was like,
right.
And that has always left me thinking, okay, so I'm glad I still have that channel. I don't know if I can change it to Carpool Gaming and keep the affiliate status, although I'm sure we could get that.
Yeah, you can.
Twitch is pretty easy.
Yeah.
So if I were to change it twitch.tv/carpool gaming, like it would
work. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, man.
It's hard. Yeah. So the part, and especially when it comes to brand specific, let me rephrase that, social media or like network, I should say specific. For example, I had a TikTok that did like 50,000 views.
Yeah.
Guess how many Twitch followers I got from that?
Right.
0.
Yeah. That's just it. Like
jumping fucking people watch a TikTok, and I got 0 Twitch followers, even though in that video, there is a thing that comes up and says, follow me on Twitch. Nobody moved over. They didn't give a shit. When I was on Mixer, I had over 500 people on Mixer before Mixer obviously stopped. I actually, like, I remember when the day Mixer stopped, I was just like, okay, I guess I'll go to Twitch. Now, the difference with that is Mixer was going away. Like, there was nowhere, like, nobody's going to be hanging out there.
Yeah.
But, like, I had 500 followers, and, like, I'll be completely honest. I went to Mixer instead of Twitch because Mixer was way easier to grow on. It was just way easier to grow on. And that was back in the day when I was focused on numbers.
Yeah.
I was like, again, it sounds stupid, but like, everybody has that. Like, oh man, I want to have like 500 followers. That'd be cool. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Have fun with your friends. It doesn't matter how many people are watching or how many, whatever number you have. Does that number make you feel better? Okay, it shouldn't, but whatever. Some people enjoy that, and it's a goal for them. If people have goals, they want to get to a certain number, that's fine. But that's kind of what happened is like on Mixer, I was like, man, Twitch is way harder to grow on than Mixer. I'll just go Mixer full time, which is what I did. Got to 500 people. Mixer's like, yo, we're done. And I'm like, all right. And then for the rest of the time that streams were live, I had an OBS that went to Mixer, not Twitch, and just said, go follow my Twitch. It was playing 24/7. The whole time. Mixer
really
was still
smart.
I was like, just go to my Twitch. It was live the whole time.
Yeah, because there was a time, I don't remember how long was that. Do you remember like when they said we're done and when they actually shut the servers off?
Last year. It was summer 2021.
No, it was longer than that. There's no way Mixer's 2021. Mixer.com/ it was you and Luke.
Mixer shutdown dates.
I'm
July
guessing
20. No, it was 2020. So 2 years ago.
That's way later than I would have definitely guessed like 2018, 2019. Like that to me is like ancient history. That is crazy to me that was within 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago. Yeah. But yeah, when Mixer went down though, when Mixer's like, yo, we're done, we're going to end streaming on this day, I just made a simple scene that just said, go follow my Twitch.
Yeah.
And I just played it 24/7.
That is
streaming
so
24/7 the whole time.
Holy cow.
But here's the thing though. I had 500 followers on Mixer.
Yeah.
And my Twitch, I would say I had probably a good spike, around that time. Cause like, obviously everybody was like, well, I guess we're either going to go to Facebook, which is a fucking joke.
Yeah. Or aren't they closing it down too? Like, I think they're done.
Mixer. Yeah. Facebook's gaming app is done. They laid off a ton of people in their gaming division. And I'm just like, dude, there's nothing about Facebook. Okay. Funny story. When I was streaming everywhere, I was trying to find my platform. Where did I want to start streaming? I was literally going to every single platform. I was going to Facebook. Now, the problem was I was going to my personal Facebook and not like a gaming page Facebook.
Yeah, the one you made originally.
Right, my Facebook that all my family is on, all that shit. And literally I had people show up like fucking my wife's aunt. Like, what's this, Mitch? I'm like, this is not my audience.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to reach.
What a reaction.
She's like, what is this? What is this? I'm like, oh, this is not what I'm trying to do.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So that was the part that I was like, I guess I'm not going to Facebook. But then I made a Facebook gaming. Well, what happened is everybody who had a Mixer account got a Facebook gaming account by default. If you go to mixer.com/MitchPower1116 right now, it goes to Facebook by default. It redirects everybody to Facebook gaming.
Interesting. I'm trying to remember. I probably had a mixer.com, even just to like watch you and Luke Lore. I think those are like the only two Mixer people I was watching back then.
Was it mixer.com/Sean Capri?
It must have been. I've never had anything else on anything.
All it does, it just goes to Facebook gaming feed. That's all it does.
Oh,
it doesn't
really?
Yeah, it just goes to Facebook gaming feed. So that's actually
it does.
Really
yeah,
funny.
even Insipid Ghost, which I know was a legit channel.
That was him for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, let me try this mixer.com/Mitch Power 1116. Let me try that. And actually, let me see if it actually goes to my. It goes to my page. It goes to my.
Because you ended
Facebook
up actually
page.
created it. That's the problem.
Yeah, because like I linked it and created it and everything like that. Yeah. So what I'm checking right now, I wanted to check to see how many followers did I go from 500. I think maybe like 50 people came over, and that was it.
I mean, that's the best you can really hope for. Like you really like you hope for the best, and you put out your best effort to try and get people to jump on over. But what a crazy time. You know, you spend all this time, and that's the thing about some of these platforms. And a couple of weeks ago, it was like as if Twitter was going to go down, and a lot of people were having a bit of a crisis. Well, not only that, but I think like some people are only, I guess they only exist digitally on one platform. Some people are on Instagram and TikTok, and they're on everything. And it's that diversification that will allow them to survive that type of stuff. But like, what a warning shot, you know, to be just in one place. I mean, Mixer, you experienced it. You alluded to YouTube basically being the end place. Like I feel the same way, and there's a lot of people who feel that way as well, that YouTube is just going to be there in the end. Like it's just going to be the cockroaches and YouTube, I guess.
Yeah, basically. I just think like, I'm not saying Twitch is bad. I just think that Twitch does a lot of weird things. The way that you have to do ads on Twitch are gross.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I do it because I have to.
Yeah.
I literally wish there was a way for me to turn off ads altogether on Twitch. I tried.
Right. Yeah.
Because I'm like, by the way, I don't know if you don't have a ton of viewers, your ad revenue is garbage anyways.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
It makes the experience terrible for the dozen or so people that you've got watching.
Yeah, and it sucks because again, and that's why I tell people all the time, I'm like, I don't even want you paying for me, ad free. Just go pay for Turbo. Like, go fucking pay for Turbo, and you can watch everybody for free, and it's fine. Or let me rephrase that: watch everybody without an ad. You're still paying for Turbo,
right?
But that's the thing is like YouTube, you get one ad at the beginning if you're not subbed, and that's it. And you can watch 10 fucking hours of me and not see another ad ever. And I'm just like, yeah. And then also the offline stuff. Like I upload a video and all of a sudden it's got like, I upload a short and it's got like 1,500 views. And I'm like, if I upload a highlight on Twitch, you know how many people see it? Fucking zero.
It's just not part of it's not even part of the experience. Like it's so strange that YouTube has figured, I mean, I guess it was really TikTok that figured this out. Like maybe to a certain extent Reels, but I feel like TikTok really changed it. And
TikTok changed a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, YouTube Shorts wouldn't exist if TikTok wasn't a thing.
Yeah. Like, well, and once that became part of the picture, you know, I really encouraged Court to get us up on TikTok. And now that YouTube Shorts is a thing, like nuts to TikTok, man, like whatever. Like part of me was, but to the earlier point, like there is an audience there that isn't anywhere else. And I'm always curious about that sort of thing. But what is happening on TikTok for any of us? You know, like are any of us like monetizing it, or do we like it?
That's
like
the hard part.
Monetizing
and that's the thing is like you monetize, the people that monetize on TikTok have to create a TikTok every 3 a day. You know what I mean? Like
I think that's going to be the case for Shorts as well. Like that's something we've been talking about. Like I think where we need to be if we're going to be serious about that sort of thing, it's got to be a ridiculous amount of Shorts. Like you think like one a day, it's like you're not even close.
You can clip stuff out of your podcast. Like
that's
funny
exactly where I'm at. Yeah,
that's what you need to do. Yeah. Like just take a clip. Oh, dude, my stream. Thankfully for Elgato, if you want to check this out and sponsor me and send me a free shit, you can.
We got to get you sponsored by Elgato. No kidding, man. I'm sitting here talking about how I hate their software and stuff. I'm not getting sponsored by them.
I have a buddy who's like, "Hey, did you submit your Elgato sponsorship?" And I'm like, "Are you fucking serious?"
That was a thing. That's right.
And he's like, "Yeah, I did." I'm like, "You realize you have to be fucking here to get Elgato's attention."
Really?
Yeah. They're not giving me a dude with 600 subs or 600 followers on Twitter or Twitch fucking any Elgato shit for free ever. And I mean, he did it and he goes,
They sent me a response back saying, we look forward to working with you in the future. I'm like, yeah, the future where you have fucking 10,000 followers. Like,
yeah,
that's when they'll start talking to you.
Yeah.
But no, on my Stream Deck, I have a button for setting a stream. And again, this is where Twitch has a little bit better system than YouTube right now, is stream marker. So I set a stream marker, and it basically tags in the video where something funny happened. To where then I can go back, clip it, and then I make that into a YouTube short and a TikTok and all that shit. But yeah, TikTok, like, I'm not saying I haven't had any success on it. I don't have thousands of followers in TikTok, but I've had some TikToks blow up that I'm like, holy shit, that is like 50,000 views, which is nuts. Now, again, I get a lot of followers on TikTok for it, but
then what happens with it? Like, that's my thing, and
nothing.
I'll have to have
nothing.
And
nothing.
64 Josh will make his annual appearance
nothing.
on here where he tries to convince me that TikTok is the thing. And last time he apparently got me a little bit, but I'm still like, I don't understand. Then what? Like, and that was my question back then. It's still my question now, because we're basically there, and it's not like we're not doing things. And I just don't understand, like, now what? Because in my mind, it's like, it's Patreon and YouTube and merch are kind of like revenue streams, and that's great. But I don't understand, like, maybe TikTok gets people to a Patreon. Like, I don't see it, but I don't know.
Here's what I will say. So, like, and again, this is not my experience, okay? I have a streamer that I rated. So, like I'd mentioned, every time I try to end a stream, if I find somebody close to affiliate and I watch their stream and I like it, I rate them because I want to help people get to affiliate if that's what they want to do.
Right.
There's this female streamer. Her name is Commander Amber. She's fucking hilarious.
That's a great name. Oh my gosh.
She's great. She was in the military.
Yeah.
She's awesome. She's fucking funny. She doesn't realize how funny and how good her content is. And she's just so funny. And I was like, you're great. You're awesome. Like, and I mean, I showed it, like, my community saw her, followed her, helped her get it to her affiliate. And she's forever like, heads up, like, I thank you forever because you helped bring me to affiliate. But then she started learning video editing. And then she started learning like TikTok basically. And now like she's got 30 people watching her on Twitch from TikToks that she's posted.
Yeah.
And she's the one who's actually, I'm like, how the fuck do you get people from your TikTok to even care about your Twitch channel?
Right.
And then she told me, like, I literally post like 1 to 3 TikToks a day.
That's what it takes, man.
And I'm like, I could never pump that much content out to be able to do. And I'm not saying like the content, but I'm also very strict, not strict. I'm very, like, I scrutinize a lot of
perfectionist.
Like I look at things and I'm like, that's not clip worthy. No one gives a fuck about that. That's clip worthy, but I have to do a lot of work to make it funny because in my head I see these things and I have to add those things in editing to make it funnier. But like she figured out, like, she got CapCut, which is free editing software for mostly it was on the phones, but it's on the PC.
Is it really?
It is on the PC, yeah. And yeah, there you go.
I'm writing things down.
Yeah. So she, and I asked her, and I'm like, because the thing is, she actually got inspiration from me because a lot of the times I'll edit my clips on stream with the community, and they'll like, yo, it would be funnier if you did this. I'm like, you're right. That, you know, like kind of like back and forth, like bouncing ideas off of them, and they give me ideas. But like, she started doing it where she was editing. I'm like, holy shit, you're editing clips. Just, you know, she goes, yeah, I saw you do it, and I thought it'd be cool for me to do it. And then like, but her TikToks blow the fuck up. Her TikTok, so many views. She's had like TikToks with like 50, 100,000. Here we go.
So I was writing down this on the above your picture, and I started to scribble in the sketch from before, and I've realized 100%. That I
look like the Unabomber.
You actually look like, I'm starting to kind of like curl your hair around here, and you kind of look like you look like a Wookiee.
Yeah, actually, I do.
Yeah, a little bit of a Wookiee kind of thing happening here. I want
that hairline's got to be more prominent though. You got to get rid of like make that V bigger.
I actually don't want your.
You know what the worst thing is? My son says I have the golden arches on my head like McDonald's. Because look, it's an M.
That's hilarious.
Like, you're a piece of shit, kid. Yeah,
that is so mean. Oh my god.
And the worst part is, it's almost as defined as the McDonald's M. It's pretty like,
oh my,
pretty
god,
far back.
Dude, that is so funny.
But no, like I asked her straight up, I'm like, how are you getting all these people over? And she goes, I'm literally posting 1 to 3 TikToks a day. But she's on disability because of like things that happen in the military. So she doesn't work full time. She doesn't have a job, but this is kind of like,
this is it.
Her thing. This is her outlet that she learned. But I'm like, here's what's really shitty. Okay. And this is in my head. Okay. It sucks that in certain aspects, I'm jealous, right? I'm like, fuck, that's really cool that, I wish I had that many people watching my stream. But then I'm happy for them at the same time. I'm like, no, you deserve it. Like, you busted your ass.
Yeah.
You did all, it's not like this is just dumb
do both.
luck.
I think that's not.
That's what I'm saying. In my head, I feel like bad because I'm like, God damn it, why do they have more people watching me? What are they doing wrong? And I'm like, wait a minute. They're probably just doing things differently that I'm not.
That's actually the best attitude to have overall, is acknowledging.
That's the hardest part is like, I watched her. I saw that she had like 30 something people watching her. And I like DM'd her privately. I'm like, did somebody like raid you really big? She's like, no.
That's just where she's
I'm
at.
like, holy, I'm like, are all these people showing up from TikTok? She's like, yes. And I'm like, that's fucking, I'm like so happy for you.
Yeah.
And again, she turns it around. She's like, no. You helped me get to this point in the first place. Thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, yeah, I'm happy I was able to help you. But I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, fuck, that'd be cool if I had 30 people watching me. But then
then some people come to your channel and go like, I wish I had this. Like,
it's just, there's just a weird, like you, when you show up to my channel, you're like, I wish I could do.
That's exactly what I'm like, I'm that person.
Right.
I'm looking at this channel going, holy crap, man, he's got it all sorted. It's awesome.
And again, like, so that's the thing. It's like weird. I don't want to be jealous of people because I know that she put in a lot of hard work on doing all those TikToks. Because if I had the time to do it, could I do something similar? Sure.
Yeah.
But also everybody's got different circumstances. I don't want to, the one thing I will say, if you're going to be streaming though, don't join the stream team. Those are fucking stupid. Don't do that.
Yeah. No, you do it for, I mean, and we've talked about this sort of thing for years and years, but like,
stream teams suck. Don't do it. Do your own shit. Have fun. Don't worry about it.
I'm with you, man.
There's nothing wrong with, and like I said, like there's, even now, for example, I notice my viewership is lower than it has been. And again, in my head, I'm like, am I doing something wrong? Is something going on? But at the same time, I'm like, shut up. You're still having fun playing Warzone with your buddies.
Totally. Yeah.
You're still playing awesome God of War. Shut the fuck up.
You know, it's interesting. Like, there's something happening, and it's going to impact different people at different levels and whatever. But like, just coming out of the pandemic is changing everything. Like, and I'm not even just talking about content. Like, it changes. Going into the pandemic changed stuff, and coming out of it, I guess. Like, I mean, it's still around, obviously, but things are like, life is coming back to normal.
Sure.
But things aren't the way they were a year ago. On all sense. So it's hard to really pinpoint exactly. So like, coming to any sort of conclusion on results that you're seeing now in any area, it makes almost no sense. Because like there's no reference or baseline.
The funny thing too is like, for the longest time, I actually should take my own advice, and it literally just dawned on me. When I was first started streaming, I was so focused on numbers. I was like, because especially when you're trying to get to affiliate, because you're like,
totally, it's there.
Average. I need this. I need 50 followers. I need this. And like, once you get there, the next step to partner is like so much of a bigger jump.
Right.
75 average people, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And again, like, I don't think I'll ever get to that. If I ever do, cool. But if I don't, it's not going to hurt my heart. I get it. It's hard,
I'd love to see it for you though, dude. Like, you and Joe after work at Placencia, like some of these guys, like, oh my gosh, just put it in the time. It'd be super awesome. Yeah.
But my thing is, like, I told people all the time, turn off, once you get to like a certain point, turn off your viewer count, because like, if you stare at it, you're going to start doubting everything you do, or why are people not viewing?
Totally.
And I literally just thought about, hey, stupid, turn off your fucking viewer count again. Stop worrying about it.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
So now I'm going to probably do that again, because it shouldn't be a matter of, because that's the other thing too, is like, I notice certain people, if people aren't watching, it changes the way their attitude is. It changes how they,
there's no doubt. Yeah.
They're like, oh, nobody's watching. Why am I even doing this? And like, your tone changes. Like, who gives a shit? Like, and that's like, that's about a week ago, I literally was going through it in my head. I'm like, fuck, why are people not showing up anymore? Am I doing something wrong? Am I not playing games people give a shit about? But then I'm just thinking like, fuck that. Warzone 2 is awesome. You've been having fun with your friends. God of War is awesome. You're having fun playing that.
Yep.
Who gives a shit? If they show up, cool. They all showed up for my charity stream, which is like the one thing I give a shit about.
That's right, man.
That was like the only, I literally told everybody, I'm like, I don't ask for money ever. All year, I don't ever ask you guys to give me anything. I just want you to do this. And the only thing that made me happy is, I don't know if this is still the case, I was the third highest person on Phoenix Overdrive.
Hell yeah. Were you really? Because you did over 1,000?
I did 1,800.
$2,000?
Yeah, I did yeah, it was nuts, bro.
This is what I'm saying, man, and it's just you. That is bonkers to me, man. That is so awesome. Are we getting you to Rome next year? Are we doing this? Come on, man. Let's do it. We're gonna do some stuff beforehand too. Like, we're gonna have a couple days before.
Here's the thing, Sean. Here's the thing. I would love to hang out with you guys, but here's the thing I think about too.
No, I know, but really excuses. I know, like whatever they are.
No. Here's what I'm saying.
Here's what I'm saying. Excuse.
I still think I would do my own 24-hour thing though, separate. I still think I would do my own 24-hour thing.
Yeah,
because like
just
my
in the same
audience.
Room as us.
No. What I'm talking about is I think because like what I would listen. I would go there.
No, you listen.
I would go there, have fun with everybody, do like collaborate with other people and all that shit, right? But then like all of my shit, all of my green screen and my this and this and this and this, I feel like I would also want to do one here too. So if anything, I would do it twice. But also too, when you guys, I'm gonna point something out. When you guys do a 24-hour stream, you aren't on fucking camera 24 hours.
I have a lot of respect for you. I know. Why do you think I got the couches? That's why I got the couches. I want to be comfortable, but I was there for most of the 24 hours, and I was also awake. So like, if you're gonna throw shade at anybody, I'm not the one.
I'm just saying. I don't know if I've seen one person there on 24-hour camera the whole time. I'm just saying.
Not there, but I've done it here.
I've
done it when I'm in this space. 2020.
I'm like, I don't know if I've ever seen one person on camera for 24 hours. I'll tell you this, Swatch.
Kevin Austin, this year, Josh Borboni, those guys they definitely did 24 hours. It's very impressive.
All of it on camera.
The whole time. Yeah. It's very cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think like for me, this year was easier than last year though.
I felt the same way.
It was easier this year because last year, here's what sucked too, by the way. The first year I did it.
So you're coming next year ahead of time, and then you can do your own thing afterwards or beforehand.
That's what I'm trying. That's what, if I do go out to New York, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
is I'm going to do one with you guys, but then I'm going to do my own thing for my own shit.
Yes. Let me know if I can help. That's the thing. I like, dude, like whatever I can do to help to get you there. I just want to. That would be so awesome. Like there were people there this year that would they said the same thing to me too. This reason I can't do it. This reason I can't do it. And like I'm gonna be super annoying. I don't care. I'm old. I've gotten to the point. I'm a dad now. Like I just don't even care if I'm trying to help, and I feel like it could be something cool, and it's not impossible. So and you're part of the team.
My favorite thing is my wife. I'm like. My wife's like, well, if you go out there, I want to go out because I've never been to New York. I'm like, no. You don't want to go. Like, you're going to be around a bunch of just dudes playing video games. You're going to be bored to tears. Like, it's going to suck for you. She goes, fuck that. I'll go to New York City and hang out while you do your thing. I'm like, well, I don't want you in New York City by yourself either. That seems weird. I've seen SVU episodes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm worried.
No way. There's lots to do.
No, but like that's the thing is like we would figure it out, but like
I'm gonna start putting together like traveler. What are they called? Like a broker, like
right.
I'm gonna put together like brochures for people and start sending them out. Like here's what your 3-day package to Rome, New York looks like.
Exactly. You come here.
Exactly.
No, like that's the only thing is like
travel agent.
If I did that, I thought about it though. If I did that, I would still want to do my thing here just because I do a lot of shit that both. I don't think. Yeah, no, that's the thing. If I did it, it would be both. But yeah, I'm still holding strong at number 3. So yeah, that made me happy.
So what is it? Nintendo Dads would be first. No, they're not even on the team because whatever. Nintendo Dads.
It's you, Carpool. It's Carpool Gaming Trophy Room, and then Kato. Bro, I can't compete with Kato. I can't compete with that.
She's another one, man. Like these people who just like, I'll just do it alone. Like, what do you mean? How the heck are you doing this, man? It's very, very impressive.
Well, the cool thing is, like, this year I had my wife who literally took off, and she's like, fuck it, I'll take off. I'll hang out and just do dumb shit with you if you want. That's awesome. Like, so she was like, when it came to ice buckets, when it came to pies in the face and stuff, like, she was the one that was like, yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll have fun. So
that's actually the energy that I would love to have with the rest of the group. Is like we're all doing pretty tame, basic stuff. I want to throw like you're like a stick of dynamite, man. I just want to throw you into the mix and just see like let's see what happens when we throw Mitch into this.
Speaking of the dumb things I did for my charity stream, youtube.com/Mitch Power 1116.
Nice.
I did a recap of my charity stream too.
Yeah.
So I did a quick little recap of the charity stream.
It's so good.
And like, dude, I had the ghost pepper chips that people could pay me $5, and I wanted to die.
$5? You did it for $5.
Yeah,
Mitch, you got to go
$5
more.
I was eating a chip. I also had the toxic waste sour candy, and somebody donated 15, and they were like 2 chips and a sour candy. Have fun. I'm like,
that's not enough, Mitch.
For the kids,
value yourself. No, more. The kids need more.
So I did
That's nice of them to donate, but Jesus, dude, you should be going to a hospital.
Hey, by the way, why do you think I got to third place? Just saying. I put my body on the line for the kids.
No, I love it. I love it.
But I did ice buckets. The one that my wife liked was for $100. It was $100. It was an ice bucket, pie to the face, chip, and also I was drinking gross energy drinks. I found the most disgusting energy drink flavors I could find at the store, and for $10, I was drinking a random one.
This sounds awful.
They were off. This
sounds terrible.
It was awful. But again, these are the dumb things that I do to try to raise money. But like for $125, I did an ice bucket, a pie, an energy drink, a hot chip, and my wife got to slap me. And
I saw the slap is so good, man.
And I want to point out the first one she did, she's like, I'm scared to do this. And then she fucking like judo chopped my neck. She
did not waste the opportunity, man.
And it hurt so much. And I'm just like, oh my God. But guess what?
For the kids,
$1,800. Mm-hmm. Like my last year I did 770, and this year I did 1,800. So
see, this is why when you get on your like excuse train, I'm like, you don't do excuses, man. You just figure out a way, and that's why you and we get along so well. Like when I find I see that in people, like you might be able to identify like there's a reason why I couldn't do this or there's a reason, but then you figure it out and you just do it.
Yeah, the Nerf firing squad. Like when I was thinking about that, all in my head, I'm like,
so violent.
How do I figure this out? How do I get this filmed? How do I have the audio quality not suck? How do I do this, and this? And
you're thinking the whole way through. And that's the thing. Like I often have to like have somebody sit there and watch me or listen to me kind of go through the motions. And you can do that on your own. Like I'm trying to like discuss it and explore the space and all these other things. And you just kind of do that on your own.
Yeah. I'm just in my room, my game room here. And I'm just like, logistically, like, do I have a tripod for this? Like my daughter had a tripod with a ring light. I'm like, hey, sweetie, I need that for the Saturday. Because like when I go outside, my phone is a mobile camera for my stream. So I took my phone out to the backyard, and then, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, cool. But if I do this, is the quality going to be okay? So I tested that. Is the light quality going to be okay? Is the lighting going to be good? These are all like the production in my head. I'm like, and again, I'm a one-man show, and I'm like, I did an ice bucket. The worst one was I did an ice bucket at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And everybody's asleep. Yeah. Like my whole family's asleep. And I'm just like, I guess I got to figure this out on my own. I went outside. I was fucking freezing. It was fucking cold outside already. And then I'm like, all right, cool. I guess I'll set this up and just. And I was like, I think that might have been the reason why it was easier, because like at 3 a.m, somebody was like, hey, go take an ice bucket. I'm like, fuck.
That's a good way to wake up, though, man. That's actually pretty decent.
It really is.
I feel like too, you spend another like year on this, and next year, instead of you lifting a bucket up over your head, you're gonna have like one of those drop tanks where they throw it at the bullseye and you drop down and everything. Like I can see you doing that, man. Like you're like Peter Griffin over here. Like, how do you afford these things? He just has like he's got like a helicopter and all this stuff. Like Mitch has got
there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of things like I've looked into trying to figure out and trying to do, and like that's the whole thing is like all year, like especially with the streaming, like the charity stuff, like I was like, guys, I'm gonna try to do some really stupid shit that hopefully you guys will spend money for. And also too, like the biggest contributor I had to the stream was like a guy, let me rephrase that. The biggest contributor to the stream that I know of, because there was a couple anonymous donations that I know who they were, but they don't like knowing that they yeah, they're one of those people. Like they're the type of person that asked me to make an Amazon wish list for my birthday stream and bought every fucking item on it.
Wow. Well, that's a good thing to do, man. I should probably have one. That's a really good idea.
Like they go, what do you want for your birthday? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. I'm not going to ask you guys to buy me shit for my birthday. Just come hang out on the stream. I don't care. I'm going to give you guys shit. It's whatever. And they're like, you should make an Amazon wish list in case people want to buy you stuff. And then you can make it to where like they don't know your address. They can just ship it. And like the address is already in the wish list. And then like a week before, all of a sudden one box showed up. And then another box showed up.
That is so cool. Holy cow.
I'm like, but then I started looking at it and I'm like, all of them were from the same person. One dude who watches my stream, who I will not say because he doesn't like being talked about, and you know, he's just the most generous.
That's the thing. It's always the case. The most generous people, like he
just doesn't want it. He's like, no, I'm good. I know who it is, and I even messaged him privately. I'm like, bro, did you fucking buy me everything on my wish list? He's like, yes. Do not say anything.
Amazing.
I'm like,
oh wow.
I mean, he's again somebody willing to buy me dumb shit on the internet.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I'm just like, this is crazy that people find me entertaining enough to want to like do something like that, and that's awesome. But the charity stream, I was like, a guy I rated, I helped him get to affiliate. Him and his wife donated like $250 to the stream, and I was like, "Are you out of your fucking mind?" Like,
you're changing the world, man. One person at a time. That's the coolest part about this. Like, it's not like we're streaming to 50 million people at a time, but that doesn't matter. Like, somebody, one person, like you're brightening their day with your stream. I love knowing that I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning and I'm gonna turn on your stream and I'm gonna get a little welcome message because you've got that sorted out, and I'm gonna hit the rock. And Jerry Lawler's going to scream, and it's, I don't know. I just love it, man. Like, it's, you know, the importance of the consistency cannot be understated, because there's just, like, during the week, you know, I don't even know exactly what time, but during my work day, Ed Placencia is going to be streaming. So I'm going to go over there. I'm going to go say hi. I can't necessarily chat the entire time. That's not my experience on Twitch or watching streamers. Like, I usually have them there or work. Same thing with you. I'll be getting the kids ready for whatever we're doing on the weekends, but like, you're part of that, and you are that for so many people, whether they're there every single time or some of the time. They go onto Twitch and they're like, all right, Mitch is live, and they could do anything else with their time, and they go over to your channel and you're screaming at God knows what, and it's awesome.
Cussing Al out and for his lack of skill in gameplay in Apex, you know, because
this is why I do what I do on your stream. I'm just gonna watch.
My favorite thing is, I want to point this out. Sean is the nicest person in the world until he joins my stream. I just want to point that out.
When in Rome, man, that's the whole thing.
The best part is, I don't want to say that my stream breeds toxicity, because like I keep toxicity. Like, okay, there's a certain friendship toxicity that's absolutely apparent in my stream. But it's never to the point where it's like malicious and we don't talk about. But like, no, like when people rag on me, like my friends, other people are like, "Oh, it's that kind of stream."
Oh, this is where we are.
Mitch, your hairline sucks.
I don't say anything about your hairline.
Those shots?
I definitely don't do that.
No,
I don't even know what it is.
Because I'm like, it's so funny when Sean gets in my stream. I'm like, this is a different Sean.
I love it, man.
Normal Sean.
It's a good time.
Hey, everybody, Sean Capri. I'm like, it's not that Sean. It's the friendship shitting on Sean. But again, it's the Sean that shows up to my stream that I appreciate.
It's the best, man. I love that you do it. I cannot wait to see what you do in 2023, because I know that you've got all the ideas. I can't wait to check out your wrap up 2022, all these clips coming together, man. It's so exciting. And I also can't wait to finally meet and touch you in Rome, New York next year when you join us. It's totally happening. Put it on your wish list. I'll whatever for the kids.
Make that a charity donation.
For the kids.
$150. You can touch my balding head if you want.
Yeah,
go ahead. You want to touch the hairline? It's like $200. I'll make a thing.
Yep. Little. How about? How much for nose kisses? Just a little like.
Got to talk to my wife about that one. She's gonna get the okay. I remember the best part is when I did my charity.
I'm gonna meet this stranger from Canada in Rome, New York, and we're gonna touch noses.
Okay, there's this guy from Canada that wants to touch my nose with his nose. Thoughts?
Exactly.
Thoughts? What's the dollar amount? Dude, when I told her, I'm like, because I was thinking about stretch goals. I was thinking of stretch goals when I was doing my stream, because I'm like, obviously I wanted to get to 1,000. That was my goal, and I'm like, I have to think of things in case somebody shows up like that dude and goes fucking nuts and donates a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta think of other things. And I'm like, babe, what's the dollar amount for me to shave my beard? She's like, don't touch your fucking beard for any dollar amount. I'm like, okay then.
How long would it take to grow back?
A year.
Would it? Yeah.
This probably a year. Yeah. I trimmed it up a couple times.
Yeah.
Because I want a beard, but I don't want that hillbilly beard that just fucking goes this way. It looks like this bush on your face. I want it nice and clean.
You can get it nice in shape. Yeah.
You gotta get the shape. You gotta get the shape going, bro. Don't have a hillbilly beard, people. Like comb it, wash it. It's your fucking hair.
Yeah.
You wouldn't leave your hair up here a mess. Knock it off.
I couldn't do it. I can't. Like, this is as long as it's gonna get. This is it.
You're fine. I bet you. Give it a little bit. You'll be fine. It's weird. I'm telling you, I grew hillbilly beards, and that's why I didn't grow beards for the longest time, because like this was all patchy and weird and fucked up looking, right? I only could grow a goatee, like super awesome, right?
Oh yeah, you used to have just the goatee, like you were in like System of a Down or something.
This sucked. It wasn't good. But then I just eventually I just left it. And my wife we got past the point when I went on my trip to Minnesota. My wife hated my facial hair growing.
Yeah.
Because I go to kiss my wife and she's like, "You're fucking stabbing me in the face. Please stop that."
It's real sharp.
She hated it. And then we went to Minnesota for 2 weeks. I forgot to bring a razor. Obviously, we weren't doing stuff in my in-laws' house. PG Mitch. But we got to a point where she was just like, no, you're past that point now. You're past the point where it's stabbing me.
Right.
And it's just hair on your face and it's not. And I was like, I'll get oil. I'll make sure it's nice and smooth. I'll make sure it's not going to hurt you. And she's like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
And then I just let it grow out. And now, like, I asked, I'm like, if I hit like $2,000, can I shave my beard? She's like, fuck no. I'm like, oh, okay. Apparently you like it now.
Michael Jordan just F those kids. I need this beard.
She's like, nope. You find something else to do, Mitch, for $2,000. I'm like, all right, sounds good. I remember the one that a buddy told me, like, okay, one guy from my stream told me, and I told him not to do this. And he didn't do it. Thank Christ. I told him. He goes, I want to get a tattoo of your logo.
Wow.
And I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Because I'm not going to be responsible when you hate it. I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be responsible.
Would you get a tattoo? Do you have tattoos?
No, but that was thought of my stretch goal. I was like, if I got to $2,000, I might get a tattoo.
That's awesome.
Because it's just my dogs.
Totally.
It's just my dogs. It's a stylized drawing of my dogs. I love my goddamn dogs. They're my best friends. Like, yeah, it's
but
not
across
out
your
of the
whole
realm of
back.
possibility. What? Yeah. Okay.
Like the Steve-O.
It would be that picture of me as Santa riding them on a sleigh.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Where would you put it? But for real, where would you put it?
Probably my arm, probably like on my forearm or either on my leg or something. But like, I thought about that. I'm like, and when he told me, he's like, I want to get a pic. I'm like, I'll send you a fucking shirt for free. Don't get a tattoo.
Yeah.
I'll send you a shirt. Like, do not make me a tattoo, please. Because I don't want to be that responsibility if you hate it.
We should be able to, like, these merch stores should have like temporary tattoos, like the ones you put like the water and everything. You know?
I was like, yeah, I could figure something like that out. That'd be cool. But no, like Teespring just added Switch cases.
Did they really?
They did. I have a Mitch Power 1116 Switch case you can go buy.
Lockleth, come on, put it in the. We got to put it on the list. We got to.
No, real talk. Awesome. They just put one out, and I was like, holy shit!
Do they have Switch Lite as well, or OLED? Like they have three sizes.
I think it's just OG Switch.
I don't even have one of those. I mean, Chelsea does, but I don't. I traded.
Like, by the way, it is not a like super cool protective case that's like meant to protect.
Whatever.
Your Switch from
Neither. I don't have like a.
It's literally just like a case that goes on the back, but like. Yeah, it is. I guess you could.
But we have stickers, people. That's generally like what the stickers.
Right, which is what I thought too. But like the Switch case you can do is you can do your logo obviously wherever, and then you can make it different colors. So like red, blue,
that's
black,
awesome. Oh my gosh, that would be perfect. All right,
especially for your audience because you have a lot of people.
So much
Switch.
Nintendo. Oh my god, dude!
So
if we all,
branding.
Look at all these things. Like I talked to you for an hour and a half, and all of a sudden I've got this to-do list.
Yeah.
21 shorts per week. I gotta.
Yeah, fuck that. Don't do that. No, but all I'm saying is, in your case,
no, we're doing it.
You could easily just take clips from your short or your podcasts that are funny, vertical them.
Dude, I'm glad you said it on your own because that's like I'm annoying people with how often I'm talking about this. Like we've got to get there. Oh yeah, like that we've got like that's been.
It's easy though.
Like, I agree.
30-second clip vertical. Yo, I can take a clip from Twitch, make it vertical, 5 minutes. Done. I'll get you a clip. Go on YouTube. Subtitle it. Not even fucking hard. Come on.
So we talked about this on the Patreon exclusive podcast, the Yumi Capri podcast. And one of the things that we realized is it's mostly just about time stamping. So when you talked about, what did you call it when you tag the stream?
Stream marker.
Stream marker. That's all we need to do.
Thing, but yeah, I'm sure there's a YouTube equivalent as well.
And I want to figure out a way
do you guys record locally on OBS?
We could. We don't, but we definitely could. Like very easily.
You can do a replay buffer on OBS.
Mm-hmm.
You can link a button to your Stream Deck. You can do a replay buff or a macro on your keyboard, whatever. Yeah. You can do a replay buffer on OBS.
Oh, and you clip it your own?
Clip it and you can tell it, I want it like ahead of time. I'll teach you, Sean. Don't worry about it. But you could do like a 1, 2, 3 minute clip. Yep. Whatever you want to do. So yes. I can literally show you that like as soon as we're done. But yes, replay buffers are saving it locally where it's the best quality video. Right. And you can just trim it up and vertical it up, and that's the thing. It's not hard. The thing for me, the only reason like it sucks for me because I feel like when I edit, I don't want to edit one clip here and stop and one clip here like 5 days later and stop. I usually get like 10 or 12 in a row.
Just get
and then
at
I
it.
just fucking crank them out.
Factory.
And then I schedule them one a day. Like right now, I still have YouTube shorts that are scheduled to go live throughout, I think, the next like 4 or 5 days. And by the way, I think, remember I showed you I was at 290?
Yeah.
Or no, what was it? I'm at 297 right now. So a couple of those shorts that I put out there got some traction. So it sounds dumb, but that's the things that happen. But I have 4 YouTube shorts that are still scheduled for the next 4 days. And then I'll play God of War tomorrow for an hour, and I can render that video. And literally, the God of War ones are easy just because I just put in my head, play for an hour, stop. And I do the YouTube intro on Twitch. I literally throw like call to actions like follow me on Twitch, follow me on YouTube. I throw those in there, and it's like I can take a clip, like 1 hour chunk of God of War, and make it a YouTube video in 5 minutes.
See, and I'm so broken in my brain because we've been doing content for so long. I'm like, you teaching me how to do this. How do we make that content? Like, how do we make that a video for you or something? Like, I feel like I could sit down with you for like, kind of like when you sign up for like a course and you're going to get like a certificate or something. I'm going to like walk out the other end of this, like knowing how to do some stuff. And that's very empowering to me. And I'm not wasting time looking at like a video that may or may not answer the question that I have. I could come to you with like, I want to do like these 4 or 5 things. And then you know how to do that. You walk me through it. I come out the other side, a bigger, better, stronger person.
Right. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I enjoy doing that though for people. Like when it comes to their streams, like people will be like, "Where do you think like I've helped?"
But I want you to get something out of it. Like that's the thing. Like I want you to be able to. And I know that's not the reason that you do it, but I want. It's your time.
It's my time, but at the same time, like if the person I'm helping gives a shit to be better and do the same things I do for fun, I don't care. Right? Like people that have asked me to edit videos for them are a little different because that is like not a conversation. That's literally like you giving me footage and saying, go do this. And that's a little different. But like if I just hung out with you in a Discord call and you were like, how do I do this? Here.
Yeah. I want to, but I like want to
do it. Stream it for all you know. I just stream how to do it.
Totally.
I don't care. We can just use that for content. And then if I did it and you liked it, then you can clip it and make a fucking YouTube short if you want. I don't care. It's fine. I'm not going to ask for money or like, oh yeah, no, it's my time. No, dude, I enjoy hanging out with people. This is
I'll figure something out. I want to figure something out on that front because I've got some vacation coming up here. It's the end of the year. These are things that I'm actually getting tired of myself talking about it for so long. I'm like, is it Thanos? Like, I'll just do it myself. Like,
I'll just do it myself.
I'll figure out the workflow. I'll sit down, whatever it is, on a Sunday evening and just go through a bunch of stuff and go, all right, here's our 30.
You got a team to stuff though, bro. You got like people. Court, do this, please.
Court's doing other stuff there. Everybody's doing stuff, you know?
Everybody's doing stuff, but it just pick a role and like it pick something that you feel like you could specialize in and get done relatively effectively and efficiently. And like, shouldn't that be like me? I do this shit solo dolo, bro.
I know you do. That's my entire like captivation with you.
Mitch does it.
Pretty much.
He's one goddamn person. He's got a family.
Pretty much. Like that's I need like a button. I need a
Mitch can do it.
Mitch can do it. Yeah.
No, I just
Simpsons did it.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's what I'm saying. Like the problem is always like is about finding time to do it all. Like there's chunks of time though where I don't put anything on YouTube and I feel like fuck man, I'm slacking.
That's a bad feeling.
That's the hard part. Like it'll jump from like October 28th to like November 15th and then it'll jump from November 25th to December 4th. Like there's 2-week times where like that's the hard part. Is like especially on platforms like TikTok and shit where consistency is like a big thing, uploading every day, and I am like I don't feel I can do it, or I don't feel like I can do it with quality shit. It's not like every time I stream, I get a clip, because like there's times where I think
that's the other thing too. Is that might be the expectation that I'm creating, and also I'm not putting anybody on blast. Like everybody does a great job. That's all good. This is something that I feel like it's really important. If I feel like because I've been in like doing what I've been doing for so long, this to me at this time feels like the right thing to be focusing on. And not everybody gets to the exact same point at the exact same time. And that's the trade-off with having a team is when it's just you decide, and that's what you do. when you have a team, it's a little bit different on that front. Like it's different sets of capabilities and capacities and time and all these other things. And do they even believe in what I'm saying? Like I could be saying, and I could say very passionately, this is the future of the growth on our channel. And they might go like, they might agree 100%, but then be off on all those other fronts. Or they have the skill set, which many of them do, and maybe they don't believe that that's the top priority. Maybe it should be this other thing. So that's generally, I think, is what happens, and it's totally fine. So
and the other thing too is like, it's like not even a matter of like everything I'm saying is gospel, because obviously like I don't have fucking 100 people watching my stream every day.
Yeah, but you and I, we're good like this, where we go, it's just like this. Like this is just the way that it is. This is how you do it.
I just feel like there's certain things that I've had success with, and there's still moments where I put up videos like example, I'm trying to like, at this point, my big thing is trying to learn YouTube. So like I'll put up a video and I'll put up a title and I'm like, it didn't get any fucking views at all. And I'm like, if I tweak this, maybe the algorithm will search it.
That's the other thing. We never change titles. Like ever.
Like maybe changing titles. Thumbnails, I don't use on shorts. I use it on like regular stuff.
Yeah.
But like different thumbnails might attract more people.
Yeah.
So I try to look at some of the better videos, what their thumbnails look like.
That's just time. Like how much time are you putting in? Like let's talk about this. Like how are you, because you stream for many hours when you're streaming.
On the weekends, yeah.
So what kind of time commitment are we talking about for all this other stuff?
So the benefit for me is I work from home.
Yeah.
So like there are moments where my work is slow to where I can like slowly edit a video in between my job and tasks that I have to do. So there are moments where like I can quickly do this edit in between this call I need to do, and then I can render the video. And then after I render the video, I'm like, all right, cool. I got to figure out a title.
Yeah.
I have something that I will show you.
Ooh.
That could help. I don't want to say it's helped me, but I feel like it has when it comes to like titling certain things a certain way to get more keyword searches in there.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I wasn't putting tags in any of my videos, and I don't know if that was necessarily hurting or helping, but I started putting tags in there, and like now certain videos seem to be performing better.
Interesting.
There's a tool that not YouTube has, but there's a tool that's out there that I can show you off stream. I don't want to dive deep into that.
No, this is what I mean. Like this is put it on the list of a curriculum. I'm going to come get educated by Mitch, because I like the way you do things, man. And you, like I said, the workflow of doing it yourself, you have family, like you have all the very similar, like all the same reasons not to be able to do it that I do.
Right.
But you're doing it.
But also, I mean, like I said, it's a matter of like example, when the only reason I stream such a long time is because also my kids, one, are older. Majority of my kids they're older, and they don't need me for fucking anything. They would prefer if I just left them alone for the most part. My youngest daughter, she's 7, and for the most part, she's actually, even like when she was younger, she just can just chill. She's not a troublemaker.
That's crazy. She's 7, man. You go back into the annals of We the Gamercast, and there's a comment where you're like, yeah, my daughter's whatever, like 2 or something.
Yeah, exactly.
That's wild. Yeah. Holy cow.
But no, like, she's like 7, and like she only comes up to me when she really wants like food. She's just like, hey dad, I want lunch. I'm like, all right, cool. And I just stop when I'm doing that. I like, exactly. But like when it comes to like, for example, the only reason why I stream so long on weekends, because my wife usually works on weekends. Yeah. Right. My wife gets home, done. I'm like, it's our time. Let's go. I've been fucking hanging out with these people all day long. When you're home, I'm not streaming. It's very rare, like situations like this actually happen where I'm like, hey, heads up, I am doing a podcast at 7. And it's not like she's like, oh no, you can't do that. She's just like, all right, cool.
Yeah. But and it can't be every Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I tell her, I'm like, we establish boundaries. Like, when you come home, it's not a matter of like, you're telling me to get off. It's like, no. I want to spend time with you because I haven't seen you all damn day. Totally. I've been doing this for enough hours. Yeah. Like during the week, I don't really stream. It's occasionally here and there, but it's not consistent because my daughter has a band thing, or my other daughter has a concert I have to go to. Like I still do my normal dad shit, but it's just basically whenever my wife is not here and my kids are kind of like on their own, like I don't care. I'm playing games in my room. I'm drawing on my tablet, whatever. I'm just like, all right, cool. I'll stream. And like, they've kind of gotten used to the point of like me streaming on weekends. Right. But Sunday, my son's like, I want to go to the mall with my friends. Yeah. I'm like, all right, stream. Well, I'll be back in 45 minutes while I take my son to the mall. And again, like, I'm not telling my son like, oh, you can't have a life. Cause no, like, I'm a dad first, streamer second.
Of course. Yeah.
Cool. all right, cool. But like they've gotten to the point where like on those Saturdays, they're like, yeah, dad's gonna play all games all day. I'm just hanging out. And it's not a matter of like they want again, my kids are 17 and 14, my two older ones that still live here. So they're definitely on a it's not cool to hang out with dad anymore. I'll go fucking sit on my phone on TikTok all day long.
Yeah, all right. Sounds way better.
I mean, do you want me to bother you? Want me to just come in here and play games? And they're just like, I probably want you to go play games and leave me alone.
That's I'm glad you mentioned that because that is a huge difference. And even like from when my kids were like, babies to when they're like massive difference, like completely different. And it has gotten better, even though you told me it gets way worse. You son of a bitch. I'll never forget it. Lincoln is like in my arms, or I think he's under the lights or something because he was a little jaundiced when he was born. And he was sitting there just like wrecked. So just shell shocked. What has just happened? Like I just watched my wife do this thing that is like never seen that before. So exhausted. I'm just like barely hanging on. Never seen that
before. That's fucking new.
That is new.
You know this happens? Oh man, dude, that's crazy.
Texted Mitch, how you doing? Yeah, man, this is rough. And he's like, it gets worse. It gets worse.
But the thing is, though, it always worse when they're like literally can't do anything for themselves and like they don't understand. Like, hey, yo, bitch, I gotta sleep.
It was the worst thing in that moment that you could have said, but it was the best thing in the medium to long term ever. No, I always bust your balls about this.
You do all the time.
But it was
that
the
time
best
you told
thing.
me this shit was gonna suck. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry.
But it was reverse psychology because what you did was you set me up for thinking like, oh man, this is like, I guess it gets harder than this. And when it didn't, it's like, okay, well. Yeah, and I don't know if it did or didn't. Like, I don't know how to measure that, but
here's the thing I've noticed. Like, depending on the child, I guess you have.
That's
right?
True. Lincoln was a sweet boy.
My kids are fucking awesome. If I had millions of dollars, I'd have 30 kids. I wouldn't care. My kids, none of them came out to be like assholes, right? Now, if I had a kid who was a demon,
are you sure they're yours, Mitch? I'm so sorry. That's so mean.
No, but like if I had kids that were demons, I would end it. I'd be like, no, I'm good. I don't need any more kids. I don't need to pollute the world with more of these fucking demon spawn. But no, my kids are awesome. And like
I love that you say that about your kids. That's
they were super easy as kids. The only part is now is like it's almost like it's harder now than it is when they were younger.
I have no doubt. Mm-hmm.
Like my son had a full-blown meltdown earlier, and I'm just like, hey, yo, man. Are we good? Like, what is going on? Teenage hormones, bro.
Yeah.
Like my daughter, like, hey, can I get you to vacuum? We're not doing that right now, are we? I just asked you to fucking vacuum. I didn't ask you to like repave the driveway. I asked you to fucking vacuum the goddamn floor. I'm sorry. Did I pay for your Xbox and your Spotify and your phone last month? I think I did, right?
Yeah.
Like, get your shit done.
I'm telling you, dude, I am like one step away from just permanently having like one of those garbage bins that like it's like a shipping container. I just want it on the driveway always, just to be there. Just be like, because I could just throw it in there, like that tablet. You're like, it's already there. Like this is not an issue to throw this out.
My kids hate the fact that I'm so tech savvy. Because,
I would love that. Oh, definitely.
I'm like, oh, you like your internet? Mm-hmm. You don't anymore.
Yeah.
Shut up,
Mitch. I'm yelling at you, but Max. No, I'm podcasting, Maximus. Can you hear this cat?
No.
You can't hear the cat? That would just sound like a madman.
The mic's got that good
here,
noise
get a little closer. Come on, Max. He's gone. He actually listened to me.
Yeah,
anyway.
Like, sorry, dude.
Yeah. It's a dad's weird dream to just throw out all the stuff that you paid for just to teach him a lesson.
Dude, I'm literally telling you, like, I've told my kids numerous times, I'm like, if you continue to act the way you are, you will live in the Stone Age in your room with not a goddamn thing in there.
Awesome.
I'm like, you'll live like a prisoner upstairs. I don't care.
Like a prisoner for the most part, any of us in 1994.
Exactly.
I will give you a Discman and a boombox, and you're gonna have to figure out a way to connect those two together because there is a way. Because I did it.
Have fun with that. Have fun figuring out how to get TV off this antenna.
Mm-hmm. Here's your car with a tape deck, and here's your adapter for your phone.
For your phone aux cord. Yeah.
Yep.
It's just, but like I said, like it's weirder because it's like harder now because like they think they're adults, but they're they're dumb kids still. And
I'm terrified of it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like
it's just funny because like they'll be like, I'm mature. I'm like, you're so fucking wrong. You're so wrong.
But do you remember thinking that way too? Like, is that
100%? Kids are stupid. I want to point out, kids are dumb. That's why we as a parent have to raise them to be respectable people in this society.
That's actually
kids are stupid. Kids don't know shit. Kids can't even take care. Yo, think about this. If a human kid was out born in the wild,
I think about this all
the time.
All
of them would die. All of them would die. Monkeys come out of the womb and are ready to be a fucking a productive member. A person. Monkeys come out more intelligent than baby humans. Human babies come out and are dumb. And guess what? They are dumb for a really long time. That's why it's up to you as a person to teach them right and wrong. But like I said, I don't know if I just attest my awesome kids to me just like not treating them like babies. I'm like, no, stop. Like I remember like when my daughter, when she talks like a baby, I'm like, no, we're not doing that. You're a person. Can I have water? No, water.
Yeah, you've always been just no nonsense, and that's not.
Yeah, I'm just like, no, we're not doing it. And I talk to them like people. I don't talk to them like babies and kids. I'm like, no, like what's up? Talk to me.
Yeah.
So I went up to my daughter the other day at her concert. I'm like, yo, what are we doing? She's like, most kids are like, oh, you did such a good job. I'm like, yo, what are we doing? Are we staying here? Am I leaving? Am I bringing you home? What am I doing? But I talked to my daughter when she was younger. What's up?
Yeah.
What's going on? I'm not talking to you like, oh, sweetie, what can we no.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? What's going on? How you doing?
Yeah.
Just talk to them like a person. They're people. You just gotta, again, it's so funny. I'm mature. You're so stupid.
That's so funny.
You're so dumb.
Yeah, you want to just like take a picture, take a little video, and go like, "This is going in a time capsule. We're coming back to this in 10 years."
Through that.
Of course.
Every teenager thinks they're smart. My favorite is when my son was like, "I bet I can beat you up."
Oh, he doesn't know about dad strength. What an idiot!
He's like jokingly. He's like, "I bet I could beat you up." I'm like,
every son thinks they can beat up their dad
if I wanted to.
Yeah,
I could pick you up over my head and drop you and end your life. Remember that, please.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time he like was kind of like play fighting with me, and I'll play fight. But I remember like he hit me one time in the arm, and I'm like, "Oh, we're at this level now."
Yeah.
Cool.
That's
and I hit him one time and he's like, I'm like, yeah. How about we never do that again, huh? He's like, yeah.
I think Lincoln has had some sort of like enlightenment because like we'll be playing around and stuff. And I think it freaks him out like because he realizes like how quickly I can just like lift him up over my head, which it's nothing to be said. He's 5, it's like whatever.
Right.
But like it went from, oh, this is fun and we're roughhousing with daddy to like, oh, this is actually very scary. Yeah, both of them actually. They don't love that nearly as much as they used to. Yeah.
My daughter the same thing. I'll pick her up way too fast. She's like, oh, okay, put me down. I'm done. This ain't fun. I'm like,
so funny, but it's so fun. They're just little people. They're just like
little people.
Yep. Just like Donkey Kong with the barrels, man.
My favorite is when you go to a place like we have what's called like Urban Error Sky Zone, which is like a trampoline park where they have a
terrifying pit. Oh my gosh. No, don't go in foam pits. You see that chick from Twitch? She broke her back in it, man.
Okay, but that's Twitch's fault for having foam.
What happened to that? How did she do that? I don't even know how she ended up.
So the problem was
it
that
not
they
foam?
they had like one cube of foam and then concrete fucking
and it was
floor.
The floor? No way.
So there wasn't like padding under the fucking foam pit.
No way.
Yeah, so
how
she
is there
jumped
not
off,
more
like,
people like that? Like, dude, she
no, like apparently the thing is like, I mean, she obviously didn't see other people get kind of wrecked. Like it wasn't just her. She got the worst of it, right? But there was other people that like got knocked off and they were like, ow, that kind of fucking hurt. There's not a lot of padding here.
Yeah.
But no, like they have actual foam pits, the ones that have like 6-7 layers of foam that are actual foam pits.
I was missing that pretty key piece of information because I have jumped.
Pretty bad.
But the other thing too, though, like regardless of how much padding and maybe you won't break your spine, they're disgusting.
They are.
They're just
airbags. Airbags are better. You've seen those, right?
Yep. Yeah, they just
airbag, you throw them on there and it kind of inflates again.
Mm-hmm.
So my favorite thing is when you get to the point where you just recklessly throw your child on an airbag. You're just like, remember that time you didn't pick up your toys? And they're not going to hurt themselves. They're just going to fly in an airbag and have fun.
I was watching, this is how messed up my YouTube algorithm gets is sometimes, and maybe it's because I'm a dude, because now I'm looking at, I guess this is lumberjack time. And this is what happens when you cut down a tree and it falls and then it rolls. And for some reason, that's what comes to my mind when I think about tossing our kids around, because I threw Lincoln against the couch the other, I throw him around a lot apparently. And like he bounces unexpectedly, and it reminds me of what they were talking about with trees. You got to be careful; those trees can jump and bounce and
Is that Canadian YouTube that I'm aware
of? It might
of?
be. Yeah, it might be. Just like, hey, have you ever thought about the pulp
What's it like
industry?
to be a lumberjack? I'm like, your YouTube algorithm's way different than mine. Mine's like streamer stuff. Mine's like Call of Duty, Ludwig, Mr. Beast. not a fucking lumberjack in sight.
Seriously. Yep.
That's okay. Courage videos. Yeah. Occasional music video. That's funny. That's got
to be some sort of like BuzzFeed like personality test or something somewhere. Like name the last 5 clips you saw on your YouTube or your TikToks or whatever.
Oh yeah,
it tells you all about you.
It's like, yeah, like my YouTube history straight up like the Game Awards situation, which is what Moist Critical talked about, which
I hate that that's getting attention. I can't stand it because there's so many other great things that happen and
and then there's a Warzone 2 video. There's a review of Baja Blast Deep Dive, which I've never heard of a day in my life. And then a bunch of Lil Dicky videos because Lil Dicky is really funny.
I don't know what that is. It just sounds dirty.
Lil Dicky is a rapper, white rapper, white Jewish rapper.
It isn't. Is it really?
Yes. He's go look him up, but he also has a show called Dave. No, he has a show called Dave. It's on FX, and it is also a very good show. Like he's like comedian style rapper, but his show is actually really, really good. But yeah, he's a lot of dick jokes. I mean, his name is a dick joke basically. So
that's something.
If people know who Lil Dicky is, tell Sean how awesome he is. He's really funny. But anyways, yeah, I digress.
Well, why don't we? I honestly don't know if there's a better way to end than on that note. Is there anything else? But before I do, is there anything that you had top of mind? Like, is there anything you want to chat about?
No, I was going to ask you, I'm like, what are we talking about? And we always find shit to talk about. So, I mean, I never it's like, what is on my agenda? How would I answer these questions if Sean? No.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just enjoy talking to you, buddy. That's
Same,
why
buddy.
when you were like, I like it when you're just like, hey, you want to read the GamerCast Friday? I'm like,
sure. Friday? Yeah, exactly.
Like, free Friday? Like, yeah, fuck it. Why not? I'm free.
I'm gonna keep this up because I've gone back. I've done it many, many ways. You and I have chatted about this as well. Like there's sometimes where I will schedule months in advance, and that is not where I'm at right now. And it's super fun. I've got you and I've got Drellish, and that's it for 2022. And then we're taking a bit of a break, and that's it. So you're the penultimate episode. So thanks for doing that, man.
Of course. I've been on here a couple times. I thought we were going to talk about Xbox shit too. But I mean, there's not much Xbox shit to talk about.
Damn, you just brought it up to say there's nothing to talk about.
No. I mean, they didn't show anything at the Game Awards.
Yeah, that's true.
At all.
Yeah. At all.
At all. Mm-hmm. By the way, I don't know did you watch the Game Awards? Like, did you watch the entire?
Yeah, we streamed it. Yep. Thanks for watching.
Okay. Did you guys see when they mentioned Phil Spencer's name and they went to Phil Spencer on camera and he was like, why the fuck are you putting a camera on me?
Oh,
like he looked like for some reason when they put his camera, like, hey, Phil Spencer's here. And he was just like,
I was trying to be incognito.
Goddamn FTC suing us. I don't want you to put a camera on my face now.
I'm not a big deal. You know what? I saw a couple because he posed for some pictures and stuff. And I've thought this for many years. Dude, that just looks tired. Like, I just can't. We think about, and it's not a knock against him. That's what I'm saying. Like, dude is busy. Like, you don't just like turn Xbox around and you're just like, I'm just having a great time. That has got to be, and Aaron Green, all these people that are known and they have social media presence. Like, think about their job. I think about this, I don't know, probably too often. They're big executives. You know how hard it is to get that job? How hard it is to keep that job and to make a difference and the expectations and the strategy. Like
answering to one of the biggest CEOs in the world.
Exactly. Like, going up to him who has his finger on the eject button on Xbox and having him go, maybe you got a point here. Like I don't know. This is, everybody has their reasons for liking or disliking people like Phil Spencer. I'd look at that and just go, just from a business sense.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Yeah.
Like it takes such like and go in the same conversation or maybe another conversation going, I need $70 billion, please. Like the balls on this guy, man. Yeah. So I see pictures of him now, I'm like, it shows a little bit. He's a little.
I mean, look at when U.S. presidents first get elected and when they're out of office, they're just like, what the fuck just happened in the last 8 years? Like they're just like, they just look aged 10 times. It's insane.
Yeah.
But no, like I'm not like upset. I thought the Game Awards were awesome. I was happy with the people that won. I was happy with the reveals, even though the reveals weren't necessarily like Death Stranding 2. My son fucking freaked out.
Oh, really?
Just like,
yeah.
Cool. Like,
yeah. Are we still walking across the country? Is that
right?
Like, I feel like that is like forgotten at this point. It was the biggest deal when we finally got reviews out and people are like, this game might be weird for some people because like we hadn't known what it was until reviewers got their hands on it. Then it was a big deal. And it seems to have this like nice long tail on it because Hideo Kojima still like posts pictures about it and people think like it's cool. But I don't like it's a.
I can tell you personally, I haven't played it. I'm not saying I was against playing it, but it was also exclusive on PlayStation when I primarily play on Xbox.
Yeah.
It's also a single player game that wasn't immediately grabbing my attention like Horizon or God of War did. So I plan to play it, sure, but I'm not like my son played it because I had my old PS4 that I just, I got my PS5. I gave him the PS4 in his room and he can just play whenever he wants. But he played it and he's like, it's fun. But he's also like into like Japanese like style, like he's like, it's definitely a weird game. I'm like, what's a Hideo Kojima game? Of course it's fucking weird.
It's going to be a little bit strange.
It's going to be weird, right? But no, like I wasn't like upset with the Game Awards. There was cool things that I liked. Technically, you could say there was an Xbox reveal if you count Diablo, because like Diablo. But the thing is, you might not be able to say that. Who knows?
Yeah.
That was the only thing I felt that was weird because like in the years prior, they showed off the goddamn Series X for the first time on there, and I'm like. And you could have come out with
set the bar pretty high, like basically for everybody too. Because I'm like, man, where's Nintendo's next thing? And Nintendo's not going to do anything like that. Like Xbox really just need to be stuff. Yeah, they needed to come out of the box and do something a little bit differently on a big stage because they didn't have a big stage of their own. But I can't think about playing Death Stranding when we now live in a world where there's Death Stranding and also Vampire Survivors. Like this is the game of the damn generation, and I have a console with 12 teraflops on it.
Jesus, I just like there's like for example, I'm excited for High on Life, which comes out in like 5 days.
Oh man, I couldn't be less interested.
What?
Not to play. You know what? I would actually like to watch you play it. I feel like that would be the best experience with that game. It just
seems like such a weird ass game, and it's a shooter. And I have a feeling it's not very long of a game. I have a feeling it's probably a short game, which again, in my opinion, having a short game is not a problem because I would rather get through a game in 5 to 6 hours than 70.
Agreed.
Sorry.
Yep.
Witcher 3, I like you. You were a great game. I had to stop playing you because I played you for 40 fucking hours and I felt like I did nothing. And I'm like, I can't keep doing this. I got other shit to play. And also it's free on Game Pass. Fucking High on Life's free on Game Pass. Go play it. Like, what's the problem? But no, like that was the only thing I thought that was kind of weird about Game Awards is that there was just there was like no Xbox stuff. And they did later come out and say like, don't worry, we're going to have like something happen, which they might have an Xbox Fan Fest like they've had before. And I'm not like 2023 just looks crazy in general, game wise.
Yep.
I saw Jedi Survivor and I like had a panic attack. I was like, this looks amazing. And it comes out in 3 months.
Yep.
That's so
I wonder
cool.
if this Game Informer website is Game Informer /2023 is what I recommend everybody go to. And I'm wondering if it's crazy.
In like May to June is fucking wild.
June itself. Final Fantasy, Diablo, and what the heck am I missing in there? Well, if only I had a website to tell me what's happening in June. Street Fighter. Like those are some of the biggest names in video games, period. Especially for oldies like us. And they come out
a month that typically games don't come out in.
June by the 2nd, 6th, and 22nd. Street Fighter 6, Diablo 4, and Final Fantasy 16.
Oh, yeah. Not to mention in May, you got Zelda.
May 12th, Zelda. May 26th, Suicide Squad. Killed the Justice League. The final Batman with Kevin Conroy. Like, dude, like.
My daughter is such a fan of Suicide Squad. Like, she enjoys that, like, franchise.
I gotta see that latest movie. I never watched it.
The new one
with the gore, like it's super gory and everything, like just over the top.
It's a James Gunn movie. It's
awesome.
Fun.
Yeah,
it's really good. It's on HBO Max still. You should check it out. Don't watch it with kids.
We don't have it. Yeah.
Wait, what?
We don't have. I don't think I have HBO Max here in Canada. I don't think I do.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know.
But you know, I can. I go to the doctor and they don't. They just say like,
that's true.
Good luck. Yeah.
Whoa, big guy talking about free healthcare. Oh.
I know. We had 2 kids and they sent us home with a bunch of formula too.
Suicide Squad, I liked it. It's definitely gory and violent. Don't watch it with kids around. It's fuck. That was one of the things like when my daughter wanted to watch it, I was like how fucked up is this movie? And I watched it and I was like, oh, that's like real. It's really gory, but also my daughter at the time was like 13. I was like, I think she's cool. And it was fine. The only thing
I can't wait to watch like grown up movies with my kids. Like we're gonna have our own. I don't know. I'm so idealistic about this sort of thing. Like I want to watch movies all the time. I want to have like Friday. Like this is gonna be canceled as soon as like Friday night like movie nights with my kids are happening. Like I am down for that. Like I haven't watched movies at all.
Because my kids were actually like reasonably decent kids. We went to the movies a lot.
Yeah, I cannot wait.
Even like my 2-year-old when she was 2.
Yeah,
I'd be like, you sit here.
Yeah,
and stare at that while eating whatever the hell I give you. And she's like, all right.
Yeah.
And she there was only one movie. Yeah, and there was only one movie that was a bad experience. We went and saw Star Trek, the latest Star Trek, like the newer ones they were doing, right?
Yeah.
My wife's a big Star Trek fan. I'm a big Star Wars fan. Mm-hmm. So we have agreeances on certain movies. Like if it's a Star Wars movie and anybody needs to get up and go to the bathroom, I'm not fucking leaving. You are. I'm watching Star Wars. You take these kids if they need to go to the bathroom for anything, or if they need refills, you're going. I'm not. Star Trek happened. She's like, you're doing everything for Addie in case. And it was just me, my wife, and my daughter. And she's like, if Addie needs anything, that's you. I'm watching Star Trek. I'm like,
nice.
Yeah, that sounds good. 5 minutes into the movie, she gets up and just starts fucking running up and down every aisle. And I'm like, all right, I'm not the parent that's going to like sit here and let her do that. I'm like, I'm going to let you, I'm not going to ruin this theater's experience. I will take her outside.
Yeah.
Let her get her energy out in the hallway.
Yeah.
And then I'll come back when she's chilled. Well, 2.5 hours later, she didn't lose her energy. And I didn't watch the entire movie. She came out of the movie. Cool thing. They didn't have to do this. I went to the theater, the ticket clerk. I'm like, yo, you can totally tell me to fuck off. And I get it. But like, I literally haven't seen any of this movie. I took my daughter. She's not cooperating. I took her out of the theater and they're like, no, we actually appreciate you taking her out of the theater because there would be more people.
Good call. They would say that.
And they were like, no. We appreciate you taking your kid out. So we'll give you your ticket money back. I'm like, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Look at this grown-up transaction that happened. Yes.
Exactly. So, and I was like, you guys can totally tell me to fuck myself. And that's understandable. And they're like, no. You're like doing us a favor right now. Not having to refund your people's tickets. So I'll refund yours.
Yeah.
Like, awesome. So then like my wife came out. She goes, oh, that was a great movie. When did you come back in? I'm like, I didn't. And you were out here for 2.5 hours? I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, I guess you'll watch it when it comes out then. Like, I'm like, yeah, I guess so. But no, like when Star Wars was in theaters.
Yeah.
No, you get up. I'm not. I need a refill on popcorn.
What about Mario? What are you doing for Mario?
Super fucking excited about it.
Yeah, man.
Super excited about it. The voice of Mario is weird, but that's also because we've been used to a Mario.
Everything
else looks awesome. Everything else looks so funny and great. The small clip that they showed at the Game Awards where they had like the antique section. Did you like? I'm like, this is all good. And honestly, the people that do Minion movies are fucking funny and great.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Nintendo's involved, and I'm like, this just seems good. This seems great. She closed the door. Some taller person.
I wasn't sure, dude. I'm telling you, like the way that this video lines up with like your video, I keep thinking somebody's like coming in because your green screen moves every once in a while.
Curtain right here, too,
and it's right where my door is. Like it looks like we're touching hands if we reach like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, just like that. Oh yeah. Oh nice. Oh, softer than I was thinking. That's nice. That's very nice. I'm stoked for it, man. Like my expectations are so through the roof, and my kids are excited about it. We watched the trailer together, and I'm stoked about it, man. I just love the idea of like going to a movie with my kids. That's gonna be my thing. Also, like I don't know if there's anything easier, like as a parent to do. Like I don't have to do anything.
If it's a kids movie, it's very easy. When it's a movie they don't give a shit about, though, it's a little different. Like
picking the movie and timing, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we saw. I can't remember what movie it was. I think we saw. It might have been Batman, one of the Batman movies, and my daughter at the time, Kayla, we didn't even have Addie yet. My daughter Kayla was like, I don't give a shit to watch this. And she just was like, not necessarily not cooperating, but she was definitely like, can I go to the bathroom? Can I get some refill?
Yeah.
Like she just didn't give a shit about what was in front of her to like keep her entertained enough to not want to go to the bathroom 5 times during the movie. Oh no, I know what it was. It was fucking Justice League. That's what it was.
Oh well, then there you go.
Fucking sucked anyways. Yeah. I remember that movie.
Good for her.
She was like, "Can I go to the bathroom?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, me too. Let's go."
Yeah.
This movie sucks. I don't want to watch this shit.
Let's go to the bathroom at the TGI Fridays across the street. Just get out of here.
This fucking movie sucks. I remember it was Justice League because she was like, "This movie sucks." I'm like, "Yeah, it does. Let's go do whatever you want, kid. I don't care." But no,
have you ever walked out of a movie? Have you ever like gotten like, no, I'm out?
No. No. The only movie that I was so bad, but I didn't care was the Ben Affleck Daredevil. It was so bad, but also I was with my girlfriend at the time and we just made out the whole movie and I didn't care.
There you go.
I was like, this is just an excuse for us to make out. I don't give a fuck what Ben Affleck's doing on screen right now.
Man, those are the days, eh?
Yeah, back in the day, right?
Not the girlfriend thing, the bad superhero movies.
Yeah. The random makeout in the movie theaters.
No, that's really not
the girlfriend. Happily married. Hey,
I meant the bad movies. We hadn't figured out superhero movies. That sounded weird.
No, but like, there's been movies that I've watched and I was like, that was a fucking waste of my time. Like the last Transformers I saw in theaters, I was like, the fuck am I watching?
Oh, we disagree. I liked it.
The
I like
Wahlberg ones?
Yeah, I like them. I don't care.
The Wahlberg ones?
I don't care, dude. I like them. Also, the Bumblebee one. The Bumblebee was pretty good. Did you see Bumblebee?
We didn't see Bumblebee in theaters, but like
Bumblebee's
the last Wahlberg
good.
one I saw in theaters, I was like, I'm fucking over this. Justice League was one that was like pretty bad as well. I'm trying to think of like what else I saw in theaters that I was like, this is just bad.
You know what's weird to think about is the new Star Trek movies better than the new Star Wars movies.
Except for Rogue One.
Good call. Totally, yes. Take it.
Rogue
Actually, you know what? Rogue One might be able to make up for the rest of them because it's just so good.
Good.
Yeah.
Star Wars TV's been better than Star Wars movies by a long shot. Mandalorian, Andor, like those have been far better.
Just Obi-Wan. That's all you need.
Holy shit, Obi-Wan was awesome, bro.
Yeah. Because I can't speak to most of it. Got to catch up on Andor. I'm only a couple
Here's
episodes.
Here's what I'll tell you. I haven't seen, as big of a Star Wars fan as I am, I haven't seen one episode of Andor yet. And I wanted it. We were at a point where like, I was like, I'll just wait for all of it to happen. Like, I'll just wait for all of it to come out. So
I think it's all happened. I think
it is all out now.
You're up.
I haven't got a chance to watch it. The one thing I was watching that was crazy for a while there, I never saw them before, all the Marvel Netflix shows.
Oh, that's Daredevil, too much. That's way too
Punisher.
much.
So it's a lot. Right?
Oh, Punisher would be cool though. That'd be great.
But, Daredevil's so fucking awesome. Like, it's so crazy how like I only started watching him because She-Hulk, and I knew Daredevil was gonna be in She-Hulk, right? So I was like, my buddies all told me these are good. I need to shut up and just watch them. And I told my wife, I'm like, these are things we missed from years ago. We need, I've been told they're good. Let's watch them. And like, Daredevil's awesome. Jessica Jones is good.
Jessica Jones, dude, that first episode of Jessica Jones is excellent.
Like, holy shit. Yeah.
Yep.
Like, Daredevil's good. Iron Fist is trash. It's trash. It's not good. My wife and I, after 4 episodes, I was like, do you want me to just go on YouTube and find out what happens this season? She's like, yes, please. It was just bad. Punisher so far, we're on like the second to last episode of the first season of Punisher. Fucking
Is
awesome.
it dude from Walking Dead in that?
Yeah.
Or is it? Yeah. Shane.
It's so violent.
Yeah.
I remember like the last episode we just watched.
Be.
Right. But like that's not your typical Disney Marvel or shit. Yeah. Like Disney Marvel doesn't have him pulling out an LMG and shooting somebody 5 feet from it.
Yep.
He pulled out a gun out of a box and it was a gun from Call of Duty. And I'm like, holy shit, that's an LMG. He's like, like 5 feet from a guy. I'm like, me and my wife.
How am I
like,
gonna watch this? I have not seen this. I'm down for Punisher. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. So, but the problem is like Iron Fist is trash, and my buddies told me, they're like, by the way, like you're gonna probably like everything except for Iron Fist, and then
that's the thing, man. There's too many. There's too much to try. Like like let alone watch it all, but like to not know if it's good and just kind of go like, I guess I'm watching this because it's the latest Marvel thing. Like that, I kind of struggle with that.
I don't think there's been anything in the latest Marvel thing that I've been like upset that I've watched though.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to think of what, I mean, Falcon and the Winter Soldier was cool because you introduced like evil Captain America basically. And like that kind of like different thing. WandaVision was cool. Loki was fucking awesome.
Loki was very good, and
Loki was awesome.
Yeah, I haven't
super happy for season
Loki.
2 of that. Hawkeye wasn't terrible. She-Hulk.
I watched Hawkeye. Yeah, I watched Hawkeye. It was pretty good.
She-Hulk wasn't terrible.
Did not watch She-Hulk. She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
The thing I liked about She-Hulk is it almost started doing what Deadpool did as far as breaking the fourth wall shit. And the last episode, especially of She-Hulk, is like very much breaking the fourth wall to the point where you're like, this is almost like Deadpool as far as like the level of like what is going on in the episode. And you're
you
like,
always remind me. It's funny you bring up Deadpool. You always remind me of Ryan Reynolds a little bit. Since the day I virtually met you,
I appreciate that.
This
Ryan Reynolds is far more handsome than me and has a 6-pack and is Deadpool. So I mean, he's got like 3 things on me, but
I don't know. I always got like Van Wilder vibes when we met all those years ago. So
Ryan Reynolds is awesome, but no, Deadpool
also, Wolverine. When is it 2023? Is that happen? Like, should we all just quit our jobs? We need to make more time for stuff.
Yeah. I think
when is that happening?
Honestly. I think it's 2024.
That's too
Deadpool
many. That's too much.
Yeah. But like also too. Just speaking about games, by the way. November 8th, 2024. Holy fuck.
Oh, that's so far away.
What was I gonna say? Speaking of you were talking about games in 2023 and like June. Do you realize how many good fucking movies are coming out in like summer of this year?
Like
a lot.
Like what?
Guardians 3.
I never get pumped about Guardians, like ever.
All right, Sean, it's been cool. Have a good day.
I know, and I realize I'm.
Did you
everybody
see the
says
Guardians Christmas special? That's, by the way,
I should watch that.
Guardians Christmas special is really good.
You know what? Good. It's the holidays. Let's get into the Christmas spirit.
It's 40 minutes. It's 40 minutes. It's
okay.
one.
I'll watch it.
One 40-minute special,
okay.
and it's
going on the whiteboard.
It's going on the whiteboard.
Yep.
Hold on. I'm gonna look this up now. Some of these movies I have gotten past because I can't do them anymore. But example. Okay, so you got like John Wick. Ant-Man and the Wasp is February.
Yeah.
Creed 3 is February.
Oh yeah.
John Wick 4 is March. Shazam is March.
Can I pause you for a quick second? Can I just tell you something awful? I've not seen a single John Wick movie, and it kills me. I need to put it on the Christmas wish list.
Those are.
Let me find these on Amazon.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing I'll tell you, right? Those are movies that you turn off your brain and you're just like, what the fuck is going on in front of me? There's so much violence in front of me. There's so many people dying in front of me.
That's awesome.
And it's almost to the point where, like, example, and this is where I was going to get to. Fast 10 comes out in May, okay? Now, Fast 9 was an absolute insulting of intelligence movie. If you watched Fast 9, you hated yourself after because it was just so unbelievable. Like, Fast and Furious movies are already out there, right? They progressively got way out there more and more every time, right? Fast 9, I watched it, and me and my wife were like, it's done. It's too fucking ridiculous at this point.
Did they go to space in one of these?
They did.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do it. You fucked up. You went to space. So then
Let's just go back to Japan, man. Like we didn't finish in Japan.
Right,
Let's go back to Tokyo Drift.
Was awesome.
I
was. But no, like Fast 10 comes out and I'm like, I don't give a shit. Little Mermaid, live action. My daughters will like that. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse comes out in June, part 1. That's the end of the Spider-Verse sequel, which is awesome.
Yeah.
The new Transformers looks.
I'm day one, man, and I'm buying the cup. I'm getting the $30 meal.
Wahlberg's not in it. I might give it another shot. Flash movie comes out in June. Indiana Jones comes out in June. Optimus Prime, how you doing? Hey, what are you mother for me? I got a fucking Transformer in my garage. July, Mission Impossible happens. The Marvels.
I am a stand for Mission Impossible movies, dude. I am a number one bro. Mission Impossible.
So good.
It's so great.
That's what I'm saying. Like over this summer, it's actually like there's a ton of shit coming out in the summer, and I'm like,
oh my god,
that's crazy. No, man, like there's some good shit.
We're bringing back Nerdflix and Chill. Like it's coming back, man. I used to do a movie podcast. I was watching a new movie in the theater every week. And it was crazy. The best thing. I'm telling you, if people are listening to this still after, I don't even know how long, 2.5, good God, this is like a Sweet Hangs episode over here. You got to go to the movie theater by yourself. You got to experience it at least once. It's a bucket list thing.
I only did it one time. I did it one time for it.
And I haven't even seen that either. I've got to catch up on years worth of stuff, man. I need a list. I need to cross off this list.
I only saw it in the theaters because my wife is terrified of clowns because of the original It TV series with Tim Curry, like the OG It that was like it's made for TV movie. She's terrified of clowns because of it. And I was like, hey, I want to go see it. And she's like, have a good fucking time by yourself. I'm not going to that. Like, I'm like, cool, I will. And I actually, it was, by the way, I did. And I was definitely the old man in the theater of the horror movie where there was all these teenage kids talking. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, shut the fuck up. Like there's a movie playing. Get off TikTok. I was like ready to kill people in the theater. I was like, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to listen to this movie.
Get off TikTok.
Like I was so bad. They were all on their phones, bro. And it was just like, but again, horror movies in the theaters are a bunch of fucking kids, bro. And I'm like,
oh man.
But again, like for me, I was like, no, this is way more because I saw the original It, and this is like, I want to see this one.
Dune. I got a list. I gotta get through this.
Dune was the one that I liked, but I also felt like maybe I was falling asleep during the movie or something after a tired day. I want to watch it again, but Dune was good. Yeah, like there's a shit ton of movies that are good. John Wicks are definitely a Saturday, like just watch all of them in a row and just fucking like just watch them and you'll be like, holy shit. Don't watch them on fucking TV either. Like just find a rental. Like I'll give you a Movies Anywhere login if you need it. Like don't fucking watch them on like.
I'm sitting here adding them to my Amazon wish list. I want to watch these on 4K, man.
You know, by the way, there was like a whole John Wick, like all of them on sale for like a Black Friday deal for like $20 or something. It's stupid.
They do something. I don't know if it's just everywhere in Canada. The day after Christmas is Boxing Day, and that used to be like our big day.
Right.
And so I'm kind of looking forward to that. I might still stock up on some stuff. But I used to be big into collecting movies, and I got away. Like basically this entire time anybody's heard me on the internet, I haven't really been doing that at all. But that's definitely that's deep in my loins, Mitch.
I used to buy movies a lot.
Yeah.
Until honestly, Disney Plus.
Yeah, but I still want them. I still like I'm getting to the point where I'm struggling to go like, oh, is it on this streaming thing or is it on this one? And is it $10 here? Is it 50 bucks? Whatever.
I agree. I will say that like when it comes to most of the movies I was buying were Disney movies though, like all the Marvel movies.
Right.
And like literally when Disney Plus launched, and they were coming out like
I know they're all there. It's like Game Pass. Like
I was just it really is.
Like,
and
why would you buy? Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I'll tell you, the last movie I just bought Thor: Love and Thunder on 4K because it was on sale on Amazon for $6.
Nice. Yeah.
For the 4K Blu-ray, Thor: Love and Thunder, $6. I'm like, fuck it.
You can't afford not to. I love it if that was the thing that got you free shipping on something. You're like, you need to spend $6 more and you get
Real
Thor.
talk, it was a buy two get one free thing. Mm-hmm. So I was like,
there you go.
This is $6. Okay, I'll do that. Fine.
Yep. And I'm not buying just like basically if it's on sale, that's when it has my consideration. Sure. I feel like you can't. I used to buy
every Marvel movie the day they came out, the Steelbook, all that shit.
Same. Yeah.
And like the last Steelbooks that I bought was No Way Home, was the last Spider-Man like Tom Holland movie. Because that one wasn't on Disney Plus. That one was a Sony movie, and they were like, "No, it's not gonna be on Disney Plus." And I'm like, "Okay." I have every other one, but like all these like Marvel movies that have come out lately, I don't own. Like Doctor Strange, Shang-Chi, Black Widow. I own none of those physically anymore. I just pull it up on Disney Plus.
I don't even think I've seen any of those. Shang-Chi, I think, is supposed to be pretty good.
It's really good. That one's really good. Black Widow's, Doctor Strange,
didn't like
Doctor Strange is only cool if you've seen WandaVision. If you haven't seen WandaVision, you don't understand like Wanda's intent on doing shit and turning mean and evil and shit. But no, like Guardians, I'm super pumped about. Ant-Man, I'm super pumped about. Mario, I'm super pumped about. We will be going to the movies a lot, but lately the only time we've been going to the movies have been Marvel stuff. Like that's actually what started my whole like wanting to get like Blu-rays in the house. I just want to go back to not watching Star Wars, Star Trek, Marvel, whatever. Yeah. Like I just want to watch like sounds so douchey to say, like I want to watch a film, you know? Like just I'll go watch a Quentin Tarantino movie for God's sakes. Like I don't care. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's awesome.
Yeah, man. Like it's just different, you know, and it's not difficult to be different now because so much is so the same. You don't have to look far for something a little bit different. So
not at all. No, I there's a lot of movies that like we saw Thor in theaters, we saw Black Panther in theaters. My son wants to see Avatar 2 in theaters, and I'm just like,
nah, man, skipping that.
It's fucking 3 hours and 12 minutes.
No, thank you.
Are you fucking serious? Like, I can't. A movie's Endgame is the only like 3 hour thing. I'm like, I'm here for it. Let's go.
I'm not principally against a 3 hour movie in general. Like, I'll watch a 3. Like,
I'm not.
But Lord of the Rings is right over there, man.
Right, but Avatar 2, bro.
Yeah, I just don't want to see any more Avatar. It could be 25 minutes and I don't want to watch it.
My son's up. He's like, I've been waiting for this because when he was younger, that was an experience for him. Like that movie came out fucking 10 years ago.
Yeah,
when he was 6. Yeah, he's like, Avatar's awesome, and I'm like, I guess it is. And he's like, I'm super excited for Avatar 2. When's that coming out? who the fuck knows, kid? Ask James Cameron. And now it's coming out. And did you hear? It has to make $2 billion to break even.
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, so you're telling me it has to be the best grossing movie of all time for it to break even?
To break even, to not make any money.
Fucked.
Yeah.
Because you spent 10 years making the fucking movie. You created all this underwater fucking motion capture shit. I get it. It's cool. If that came out 8 years ago when it was closer to that movie, nobody knows what the fuck happened in Avatar anymore.
You know what the crazy thing is, though? I feel like you'll be eating I think it, like, because crazier things have happened. Sure. Watch, we'll fast forward 2 weeks and like totally $2 billion. Sure, it's on track.
And if that's the case, then I'm stupid and I'm just obviously not in touch. But like,
no, I don't think that's what that means.
I think I'm just gonna drop my kid off at the theater and be like, have fun.
See, you're part of the problem.
It's fine. One ticket's better than 5. I'm not.
That's so true.
I'll tell my son, be like, hey, you want to see Avatar? You absolutely can, because I don't know if anybody else in my family even gives a shit to want to see it.
That is actually the first like degree of separation to somebody I now know who's like excited to see it and will be going to see it.
He's the only one I know. He's the only person I know on the internet.
There's something about it that it dominates the conversation. I literally muted the word Avatar and James Cameron today or yesterday or something like that, because I'm just like, it's everywhere. It has this weird way of just being everywhere, and it's, I don't know, man. Like, it's
not even saying Avatar 1 is like a bad movie, but it's not like,
it's not very good. Yeah,
it's not life changing. It's not groundbreaking. The CG, the 3D was cool. It is like, by the way, the only movie, because I had a 3D TV at the time, the only movie I owned on Blu-ray and I rebought on 3D Blu-ray when I got my 3D TV. It's the only one, because it was done really well in 3D. But that was like, and that's the only reason why I feel like it was such a huge movie, because of how crazy good it was in 3D and how like that technology at the time was new. And it's like, I really doubt it's going to be that, but it could be. It could be. I could be proven wrong, but I'll just wait for Mario to happen, because my whole family Mario.
Let me see Mario 3 times in the theater in a day. Yeah, is 80 minutes.
But yeah, I was gonna say Mario's probably gonna be like 90 minutes maybe, and I'm like, yes. That's why I like horror movies in a way, because there's not a lot of horror movies that are like even 2 hours long.
Totally,
like, those horror movies are like
they can't
90 minutes. Yeah, I saw Smile on Peacock.
I got to watch it. Yeah, it's on Paramount Plus here.
It's so just weird.
I gotta watch it.
But it's good. It is definitely one of the better movies. I also saw Nope the other day.
On the list. I gotta get at this, man. This list is, you know, again, when you start,
I'm not editing clips. I'm watching movies in between calls. Like,
I gotta.
Nope is good. Get Out's still the best Jordan Peele movie, though. Have you seen Get Out?
I have. Yeah.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah, I know. I at least got one of them.
My wife
I'm shooting one for 10 here, man.
Yeah, thank God. My wife doesn't like horror movies. I literally told her, I'm like, please watch Get Out. Like, you have to watch this movie. Please watch it. And she watched it and she was like, that was a great movie. I'm like, yes, it was.
So good. Yeah.
Such a good movie. So, man, we've talked about everything, bro.
Anything else?
Nah. Besides you being awesome, and thank you for inviting me.
You're awesome.
I appreciate it.
We should do this more often. Now we should actually like watch movies and then talk about how I actually watched them. That'd be fun.
You should do watch parties in your Discord, bro. I bet you fucking people would watch movies with you. I bet you.
That's a good idea. I've never done one before.
I bet you people would. People, I know a couple different Discords where they have like watch parties, and they'll create like a voice channel or a video channel. You guys can all hop on, watch it. Now, obviously, you're not going to broadcast it through Discord because that's illegal. But just like, tell it, hey, on Saturday at 9:00, we're all going to watch Smile or Get Out or whatever the fuck. Yeah. Your community would show up and do that.
That's cool.
100%.
I want to watch more movies. I want to do all the things, man. I want to read more books. I want to read more comics. I want to watch more movies. I want to play more games. I want to do more podcasts. I think
the books and the comics thing are the one thing I'm just like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll watch movies and play video games and edit shit and make content.
I just bought another book, and I've got comics on my wish list for Christmas. So who knows, man? I get these.
Last book I bought and read, Dr. Disrespect's book.
Did you?
Yeah, I have it autographed.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Copy.
That's cool.
Yeah. I literally, as soon as I got it, I was like, I have to just read this. And like, it's partially like a biography of like, here's how I started playing video games and all that. But then it quickly dives into absolute fiction.
Yeah, because like, it's still in character. It's still Dr. Yeah.
Crazy shit.
What's his real name? What's the dude's name?
Guy Beam.
guy. That's right.
Yeah.
He was talking about recently. He has a couple of ideas for some Halo maps that he could build in Forge, and he's got some people like reach out to him for like illustrations and artists and art on the levels. I think that'd be fascinating.
Did you know? Well, he's making his own game.
Yes,
he's got his own game that he's making.
Yeah,
you knew he also worked on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
That's why that fascinates me. Yeah. I want to see like a Call of Duty map maker make a Halo map. I don't know if he's ever done that before. He
also Halo. Please get good again. Please.
We'll play again. I think maybe even tomorrow.
No. I just get bummed that like Halo as a game itself was perfectly good. The content was not there. Right? Some games launch and straight fucking suck.
Yeah.
Example, Battlefield. Game was just bad.
Yeah.
And like, it didn't even matter how much content you gave that game. The gameplay mechanics of it and the way the game played it was bad.
Yeah.
Right? Call of Duty launches broken every fucking year, yet we still play it every day.
Do you think so?
Dude.
Launch is broken?
Warzone
I don't know enough about this.
Warzone crashes on Xbox, bro.
Oh, I don't play
Warzone. Crashes on
that's the difference.
PC, Xbox. There's all these weird things that like are people are finding out like perks you have in Warzone aren't really working. So you have to get these perks that work. There's this like there's just a lot of fuckery.
You're on another level with this stuff. Like you play 10 hours for every one of my hours.
The game still launches broken. But like Halo gameplay fundamentals wasn't broken and it was fucking awesome. And there was just zero content for it.
Yeah.
No maps came out. Like if you're going to do a game like that, you have to pump out shit all the time. And like, it sounds bad, but they should have waited another year to launch the game because now the game is got Forge. It's got the custom games browser they just launched. Like they have all this cool shit now.
And it would have more if they weren't supporting it this entire time. If they were still just like go dark. Yeah.
It's just, it sucks because it's like, I'm glad that you came out with it. When it came out, everybody was like, holy shit. It came out early and people were like, this game is amazing.
Yeah.
But then they were like, all right, cool. So when we get a new map? And then they were just like, what?
I know. Well, did you play the new, they did the pit from Halo 3 and it's great. It's great. And they just have like this whole collection of like so many Halo games. I had dozens of maps.
And that's what like all my buddies were like, just fucking put out old maps.
I know. Yeah.
Just remaster. Don't even fucking remaster it. Just put it in the game. Like
totally.
I don't care. Put it in the game with grapples and shit. I don't care. Just give us something for us to turn it on again.
You know what I would love to see, speaking of the nostalgia of it all, like is if the skins made it look like you were playing like original Xbox
OG Spartans. Halo and shit.
Just the characters. Like Spider-Man did this, and also there was a skin in a Tomb Raider game where Lara Croft looked like 1997. Like PlayStation Lara Croft. I think that would be so cool. You're running around, everything's high def, but like Spartans are, Xbox, original Xbox Spartan. Halo.
No, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I remember Spider-Man did I still love that. That's the skin I always use. Same. Is the cell shaded frames all like skipping frames looks like a comic book. Like,
totally. Perfect.
Especially in Miles when you do it with it looks like Spider-Verse. I'm like, this
I gotta play that. I gotta watch Spider-Verse. I gotta play Miles Morales. Dude, there's some. And I do this thing where I go, man, I'd like to do all these things in the middle of having a 4-hour conversation with someone. You could
have watched 2 movies. You could have watched fucking 2 John Wick movies in the time we've been talking. Probably.
This is better though.
I'm sorry.
That's the thing. Like
I know that. Keanu's fucking beautiful. He's a beautiful man, and he shoots a lot of people in the face. It's
you know what? Now that you mention it, I really regret this entire time we've spent together.
You're like, you know what? I'm not even posting the episode. Fuck you.
Twitter.com/MitchPower1116, Twitch.tv/MitchPower1116, YouTube.com/MitchPower1116. Anything else? What else you got? TikTok?
OnlyFans.com/
OnlyFans. How could I forget?
Yeah, how can you forget? No, just I'm the only goal I have, I'm 3 subs away from 300 on YouTube. That's it.
Oh, we're good.
If I got to 300 by the end of the year, I think that'd be cool.
I got alt accounts.
Is it? Stop. No. Not alt accounts.
No, you can't specify. Beggars can't be choosers, man. All right, there's one. Carpool Gaming subscribed to you now.
Appreciate that.
And I'm sorry that we weren't doing that earlier. By the way, if people are still here and you are a community member and you have a YouTube channel, let us know. We will follow you on YouTube. What other channels do I think? I still have access to the We the Nerdy. We the Nerdy will follow you too.
Hey, audience.
What else?
When's this show going live? Audience, follow us then.
Monday.
Monday. Hey, Monday guest. Thank you guys so much for checking out this episode of We the GamerCast with Sean Capri. Make sure you guys check out my YouTube. Just do that. Don't make alt accounts or fake accounts.
I just subscribed for my real account. I wasn't subscribed for my actual. I'm sorry. This whole time we've been talking about it, I'm like, yeah, I know about your YouTube channel. Absolutely.
Dude, it's okay. My buddy did the same thing. I'm like, have you guys? I'm like, yeah, man, my YouTube videos. He goes,
there you go. 3 new subs. Like, you're done. You got it. 300 subs. Look at that. We did it. Yay. Okay, on to 400. New goal.
Yeah, real talk though, year over year since the beginning of the year, I've doubled my viewers, doubled my subs, and I've more than doubled my views on the channel. So.
It is as it should be, my friend. What are you going to do for 316? Do something for like Stone Cold 316.
Shave my head and fucking stun somebody in the street.
Yeah.
Just take my gosh, dude. We could, what? And just fucking
wrestling. We could do Attitude Era Wrestling podcast at some point too. Those are the days.
That's also half my YouTube, by the way. I found like a couple like people that do reviews of like old like. I start watching some of these and I'm like, yo, those were the days, bro. Got me.
Can I tell you though? I recently do this every once in a while. I deleted the YouTube app from my phone, and my screen reports are coming back in, and they're like, you're down like 40%. Like it's not a small number. It's not a small amount of time.
It's like
I was
just big, like large,
huge, and yeah.
Twitch. If I had the Twitch app and YouTube app off my phone, my phone would probably be like 90% battery at the end of the day every day.
Totally.
Because I don't.
Yep. I can only refresh Twitter so many times and check on Discord and whatever else. I do my rounds, so YouTube's out of there. But it's better for me. And I think that's the end. I want people to follow all the things. Links are in the show notes. Mitch Power, thank you so much for just being a pal.
Thank you, Sean.
Appreciate it. We'll see you in Rome, you son of a bitch.
Sounds good. You son of a bitch. Edit on that, you son of a bitch.
Mitch Power, one of my longtime friends, the longest friends, what a good guy. Really enjoyed chatting with Mitch, and it's one of those, we were chatting afterwards, and it's like, we could just sit down for an hour and kind of give the typical podcast length thing, and sometimes that happens, sometimes not. There's so many variables, but for whatever reason, we decided to go to the distance, and we talked about all sorts of things, and I'm glad that we did that. I'm sure Mitch Power will be back, and I really hope you guys will click the links in the show notes and support Mitch. Twitch.tv/MitchPower1116. Same thing on Twitter. Same thing on YouTube. 300 subs. Let's get him to 500. What a journey. That guy is crushing it. And one thing that's just been remarkable about Mitch as well, in addition to all the things that he's taking care of, is his helpful nature. I always really appreciate that we need more of that in this content creation space. As my good friend N64 Josh once said, there is abundance. There's lots. We don't have to be squabbling over this, that, or the other thing. We can help each other out, and Mitch embodies that very nicely, and I appreciate that. You can support me and support the rest of the Carpool Gaming Show if you go to patreon.com/carpoolgaming. If you enjoyed this, and if you're watching on YouTube, like the stream, leave a comment below, tell me your favorite part, and yeah, man, hit that like button. Feed the algorithm. I think that's it. You can follow me on Twitter, I guess, if any of you are still left over there, or have you all returned? Maybe that conversation for another day. Look forward to our Game of the Year chats coming up very soon. I think that's all the things I need to tell you about. But of course, every episode of We the GamerCast ends with a clip celebrating the late great Nintendo guru Robby Pauls. This clip brought to you by none other than Josh Stapleton, just like last week and the week before, and probably next week. This was something that this just started this year? I don't even know when we started this, but we're celebrating Bobby every single year, every single week. Because what a mark he left on this world. And the anniversary of his passing will be coming up, and but it's not even just the anniversary. I'm glad that we celebrate Bobby every single week here on the show. I'm glad Josh is doing this for us. Enjoy this clip. This is a bloopers clip, actually, and this is one thing that Bobby always had the cameras rolling, man. He always captured it, so this is him and Holly, and things get a little bit weird. So enjoy this. We celebrate all parts of Bobby. I hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much for listening. Leave a review, by the way. Some of you have, but if you haven't already, leave a review, and we'll see you guys next week for the final episode of 2022. Bye-bye.
I have to find a way to take a nap before we do this. I come home from work. I have lunch, and then I come back here and I feel all lethargic. And I'm just like, can we get this done? Like, this becomes a chore. Okay.
I'm booting you off.
You can't boot me off. It's my show.
I can and I will
It's
boot
my
you off.
show. Get out of here. Okay. What is up, everybody? Oh, God.
You know, he said you can just sort of switch it on. You know that.
Oh, it's about to get switched on.
Oh, right, okay, sorry.
Just relax, man. Let me do my thing.
Oh
Okay.
God.
Okay. What is up, everybody? Oh, son of a! This is your fault. This is your fault.
I'll put you off. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Son of a...
Okay.
Now I can't stop smiling. Why can't I stop smiling? Get it together, jackass.